Mamacitas. Oh. It's been 84 years, guys. It's been 84 years, has it not? Also, I deeply apologize. I'm violently unwell. I have the bubonic plague. I'm just kidding. I don't have the bubonic plague. But it certainly feels like it. It certainly feels like I have the bubonic plague. But I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. Thank you. Oh, but I'm here now. I'm sick and dying, but I'm here. I'm here. So please excuse the sniffies and the coffees. I'm going to do my best to mute as regularly as possible. I'm going to do my very best. My very best. What's up? Deadhead, Edgar Allan Poe, June, Natural Harmonia, Sergio, John, Bloodbath, Gerbear, Dopamine, Travis, Graham, Lanola Cola, Pimkin, Bloody Teeth, Caramelized Onions, Dairy Rose, M. Daly, Dally. Sorry, I can't read. Shotgun Fox, Droid, Asterisk, Igor, You're running out of towers for the PC talks. I know, dude. We've moved on to like an entirely different country. There's nothing left in America for the documents to strike. It's very true. Mr. Mollusk is here. This is true. DZ is here. Cosmic Wooloo is here. Heike is here. Vix is here. Dabby is here. Roseweaver. Who else we got? Pumpkin. Fennec. Theora. Roasting Potato. Timid Kitten. Jerbear. Malcolm survived being sick challenge without dying. Yeah, no, I can't. I have the man flu through and through. Kaiji, what's up? I think that I have COVID, but the tests that I have are from like 3 years ago. So I don't think that they test for the, mega kill yourself shit COVID that exists now. I don't think it's strong enough. You know what I mean? I don't think that the tests are testing for the new variants of COVID, unfortunately. So yeah. I hope that you're well, Victor Burns. I hope that you're well. Yeah, this is the death stream. This is the stream that I die. It was really nice knowing everybody. It really was quite lovely spending all this time with you guys. So we're going to see how much shit I can get through today. We're certainly doing the document. We're certainly doing the new Poppy and Xena document. And then somebody told me that I needed to listen to Patricia Taxon's music. And I think that will actually kill me. So we'll do that last. I will say, I think it's funny, for the last couple of days now, Lio Convoy has been crashing out on Twitter, which is really funny. I don't know who this person is. This is Purple Sacramento. I have no fucking idea who this person is. I don't pretend to know who this person is, but apparently this person is also like a huge asshole, but I don't know. So Lio Convoy has been going back and forth with this you can't fucking see that at all, can you? Lio Convoy has been going back and forth with this person for quite a while.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
What's up with the Superman car that you have RN?
You're making me feel insecure. What is that attitude about? Thank you for the $2. Everybody witness, please. Oh, did that even go? No, I didn't. Hang on. What the fuck? Can I have like one day without issues? Like one day. Okay, hang on. Let's try that again. Jesus Christ. Hang on. Fuck me. Why is my soundboard not soundboarding? What the fuck? Oh, I see. No. This one. Okay, this should work. There we go. Jesus Christ. Thank you very much for the $2. We have a successful witness. But Lio's been crashing out about this. So Lio's like, you can make whatever excuses you want for it, but it's still abusing a disabled person. Cry about it, freak. Meanwhile, Lio Convoy has won the Olympic gold medal in bullying disabled people. And then he's been going back and forth with this person for days. And I think this is how you can tell that he's crashing the fuck out, because here he is, an hour ago. It's okay to be abusive to the disabled if I call it trolling. Absolute weakness. Get a job, freak. You admitted to intentionally, regularly harassing a disabled person over the span of years. You're a bad guy. Like, again, the irony is fucking hilarious. I think it's really funny that he is crashing out really hard on Twitter. That's how you know that it's bothering him, when he stops posting his little gay toy reviews and starts like fighting with people on Twitter. That's how you know that it's bothering him deeply. And then his entire insult repertoire is freak, get a job, freak, says the guy that wears a hilt with toy swords on it, literally fucking everywhere he goes. I would consider that person to be a fucking freak, but whatever. What do I know?
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Hello, I. Upeu ava die.
Thank you for the $2. This sustains my spirit. Everybody witness, please. And he normally doesn't crash out on Twitter, Victor. He usually saves Twitter for his gay little Transformer shit or whatever. Like, his whole Twitter feed is just toy posting videos and Bionicles and all that gay shit. You know, it's really starting to get under his flubber when he's co-posting on Twitter.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Liu van Nobody non ve 300 calls infat on tabe doble T.
Literally, bro. Literally, bro. Everybody witness, please. No, it's very funny. And I said before, and I'll say it again, there's a reason that Lyle Convoy has toy swords and he doesn't have a gun. It's because he would be an honorary member of the 41% if he had access to firearms. And I'll die on that hill. He's a sad person. I would not feel comfortable with him owning firearms for his safety, not the safety of others. But yeah, I thought that was funny that he's still going in on this person for quote unquote harassing a disabled person when that's like his claim to fame. Like the most prolific identifiable piece of information about Lyle Convoy is that he bullied a disabled person because his Discord e-whore would kill herself if he wasn't allowed to do so. Let's find a good one of these.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Bionicles aren't gay. Tacanova vas Valler.
Hang on one second. Sorry. All right, guys. This is going to do numbers, you guys. This is going to do numbers. Everybody go. I'm sending you guys to Twitter. Go to Twitter, like, retweet, rezeet, whatever the phrase is the kids are using these days. Like, comment, subscribe. Blow that shit up, okay? Lyle Convoy can't get more than like 1 like on his tweets, but I'm sure that it will send him into oblivion if he's ratioed on twitter.com. Go, my minions, go, my minions. Also, thank you very much, Sergio, for the $2 dues. Everybody witness, please. Bionicles are very gay. Everything that I dislike is gay. You guys should know better than this. Okay. Let's start with... What are we starting with, guys? Where the fuck is the... Somebody said that I should listen to Patricia Taxon's music. Let's do that first. Oh, fuck. And there's also a Patricia Taxon video. Oh, fuck. That's right. How long is this video? Hang on. Copy link. Hang on. How long is this video? And if my YouTube ad blocker isn't working, I'm going to fucking flip my shit. Oh, this video is 3 minutes long, guys. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. What a treat. Okay, so we'll start with this. So I got this one. And then where's the music? Oh, it's this one. Bandcamp. God. It's going to put me in an early grave, isn't it? Okay. All right. Hang on now. Thank you, everyone, for your patience while I fight for my life. I appreciate it greatly. Okay. Cosimo the Bard. Oh, thank you so much for visiting us live as I am on my deathbed, everybody. Let's get a witness for Cosimo, however you say that. Okay, okay. Allow me to find my inner peace. Festival season was great, you guys. Festival season was great this year. I didn't get the Wook flu. I got Wook COVID. That's what I have going on right now. My totem did well. Somebody knocked it over and broke it, and I almost got in a fist fight over it. It was awesome.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Oh, thank you for the $1.99.
It's been too long since I back out with you, Liv King.
Oh, I love it. Everybody witness. You guys are being so generous. Thank you. Yeah, wow. I'm having the worst time of my life right now. That's fine. But I had a great time, you guys. I had a great time. My wife was being a pussy and wouldn't go in the mosh pit with me. You know, the mosh pit with 50 very large adult men that were probably all bodybuilders. She didn't want to go into the mosh pit with me. Women, very sad. I did definitely get COVID from the mosh pit, but, you know, we had fun anyway. I still have all my teeth, no broken bones. That's all that matters. I did lose my phone. Somebody stole my phone for about a half an hour. That made me crash out a little bit. Somebody did steal my phone. That was very upsetting to me, but I got it back. I got my phone back. Got some really good trinkets, you guys. Some really good trinkets. The totem was a huge success. I was scared they weren't going to let me in with it, but they let me in with it. I didn't get any shit for it. It was awesome. It was awesome. Got to hear my favorite songs. Got blasted to death with lasers. It was fucking awesome, guys. It was fucking awesome. And I got to hear my Dingus song again. Got to hear my Dingus song again. I wonder if I should have that video somewhere. Oh, this is my new passion in life as well. I'll show you guys this. I've started making these. I'm gonna print these out next year for festival season.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Me too.
Insuri tua about your tuberculosis LCE o LM.
Usagi also has accurately described that I have whole body cancer. I think is what I have. So thank you for your thoughts and prayers, guys. Everybody witness. I've been making these. I'm going to make these for when I go to concerts to trade. I've been making these artist cards. I've been making these. I'm going to print these out. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I've been working hard on those. And then where's my good mosh pit video, you guys? Because it was fucking awesome. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. I should be able to download it. Let me download this. My ears are still ringing, by the way. I can't fucking hear anything. What? I can't hear shit. Okay. Let me get rid of this. And then there was one other. I was looking for my Dingus video. I love my Dingus song. No, there we go. Where's my Dingus? Oh, did I not save it? I really didn't save Dingus. That's such a good one. Bop, 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 bop. I gotta be able to find that on YouTube, right? That's gotta be on YouTube. Also, excuse the sniffs, guys. I'm so sorry. Excuse the sniffs. Hang on. Woolly Dingus. We are all Dingus.
Citizen. Together. They won't. And learn what Skrillex was. Welcome to the Dingus. On your mark, get set, Dingus. Level up.
Literally, I don't have the video. Somebody sent it to me. There's a video of me jumping around on all fours for this song. Where's my phone? I'm not going to be able to find it quickly, but it's like I literally get down on all fours and I go, oh, and I like leap around because I'm so excited, because I'm so full of joy whenever I hear a song that I like. I'm pretty sure I have a video. Someone sent it to me. It's great. It's great. It's like the spirit of EDM takes over my body, and I don't know that man. I don't know that man. It was also because they played the Shelter OG Nixon remix, and I was like, oh my god, and then there was, what's the other one? Oh, the Mamacita remix from, I sent that to myself as well. From Traumatized Ren Fair Maiden has a video. It's this one. It was the Mamacita remix. You guys were all there with me. You just didn't know it.
Mommy? I'm a mom. Mamacita.
You guys were all there with me and you didn't know. Okay, here's my mosh pit video. This is what I was looking for. And then you guys can be free. And then we can move on. Sorry. This is the last one. Last one, I swear. Hang on. Okay, ready? Here we go. Like, if you're not kicking your homies in the chest, are you really having fun? Who needs teeth, guys? Who needs them? I certainly don't. I certainly don't need them. Who needs teeth? Not me. Not me. I don't need teeth. None of us need teeth, you guys. Teeth are temporary. Raves are forever. Teeth are temporary. Raves are forever. It's fucking awesome, bro. Fucking awesome, bro. Fucking awesome, bro. Awesome. Malcolm is a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I keep this on deck just in case Lyle Convoy ever wants to talk. I keep this on deck. It's right here. It's tucked away. It's underneath my mouse pad just in case. So if he ever wants to talk, I say, I summon the pot of greed. And I curse you to eat 5 Big Macs right now and stroke out on stream. I keep it just there. Just there. No, I don't like anime. I don't like anime. Mamacita. Mosh pits? Fuck, dude. Mosh pits are awesome. Mosh pits are so much fun. Thank you. Thank you. I keep it just the same. Dude, flippers aren't even that expensive. Who gives a shit if I don't have my front teeth? I don't fucking care. Okay, we're going to start with this. I'm going to listen to this Patricia Taxon. This is called Little Spoon. Somebody told me that this is going to kill me. So if you can't tell, if you cannot tell, EDM music is my passion. EDM music is my passion. It is the one thing that brings me joy. It is one of the things that has made me free in all the ways that I wish I could be free. For my entire life, I've never felt more seen, you know, more free, more true to myself than when I'm at the rave. Okay, never. I have never felt more alive and more like a human being than when I am at the rave. Raving changed my life in the best way possible, okay?
Who is this Calvin Garrar? Who is he?
Oh, thank you very much for the membership, Mamacita. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Filbalta Soon King.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for the 5 and thank you for the membership, Double Witness, guys. I don't have I have like a big chest of all my cards. I don't have it with me. I can't remember what the fuck they're called. There's like 10 of them. Yu-Gi-Oh cards sets. There's like, I can't remember what the fuck it's called. It's, there's like 6 of them and I can see them in my head, but I don't remember what they're called. And of course my shit's going to be like slow as fuck. It's not the Exodus ones. I'll have to get back to you on that one because I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. It's not the Exodus ones, but there's like a set and I have all of them. I'll have to look. I'll get back to you on that. Put a pin in that. And I also hope I feel better soon as well. And Mr. Mollusk, that's the truest thing you've ever said about me. Thank you for changing my life. And I do have a pirated link for Ableton. That's true. That is actually the most accurate shit that anyone's ever said about me. That's beautiful. So again, for those of you who are unaware, blissfully unaware, electronic dance music has changed my life in every meaningful way possible. I've never felt more alive than when I started raving. And I rave sober. Raving sober has changed my life. I've never been more free. And so apparently Patricia Taxon is another trans woman zoophile fucking freak that I refuse to touch or refuse to cover. 10-foot pole, don't want anything to do with it. She's sick as fuck, just like all the, like, think Lily Orchard. Like Lily Orchard-esque, okay? Terrible. And somebody told me to listen to her music because she too makes electronic music. So let's try it.
What's happening, Forum? Why do people insist on f***ing around on merry-go-rounds?
I do make music, yes I do. You can't really see it, but my CDJ is right here. It's out of frame, but I do have a CDJ. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, sorry. I'm locked in. Is this the whole song? I'm skipping. Should I skip forward or do I let it? Do I skip forward? Is there more?
Boy, you smell just like an airport in the winter when I'm close to you. I feel that dusty snow all on the asphalt. Honestly, I don't see myself a finger, but when weather gets like this, it's hard to keep myself from losing it.
This isn't real, is it? This isn't real. What? Can I? What's this one? Dead Inside?
How have you been? The water's getting warm.
What in the fucking Bo Burnham is this, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Still fearful of what's next. Your connections are all severed.
I'm actually really good on this, bro. I'm really good on this. Hang on. I gotta do something to make myself feel better here. Hang on. I need black ice. No, puzzle box. Okay, and then let me turn this down a little bit. I know it's loud. Hang on, where's the volume? Hang on, fuck. Give me a second, hang on here. Let me turn this down a little bit, and then we're going here. We're doing... I don't even have my CDJ out, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this off the cuff.
In my dreams, you were darling.
Don't worry, guys. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make it work.
Darling, I think I can promise. I think I saw you. I saw you in my.
Okay, are you guys ready? We're gonna do this even better.
Your punishment is death!
I think I saw you in my sleep, darling. I think I saw you in my dreams. You were stitching up the seams on every broken promise that your body could keep.
No, I need to speed that up. It needs to be faster. I need this on 1.5.
I think I saw you in my.
Nope, 1.25. 1.25.
I saw you in my sleep, darling. I think I saw you
Malcolm
in my
has all the
dreams. You were
IQ
stitching
of
up
a
the
baked
seams on
potato,
every
so
broken promise
no,
that your
I
body
don't think
Nope, I can't do it.
Wea
The sickness has
Vanessa
clouded my
Serena.
judgment.
Nilsi Sierega Atoma.
The sickness has clouded my judgment. Thank you very much. Everybody witness, please. This will make everyone feel better. Where's my shiny teeth? Where's my shiny teeth remix? Where's my bookmarks? I saved it. Where's my shiny teeth remix? Oh fuck, guys. I saved it. Oh no. Oh no. Where did I put it? Oh fuck. Oh shit. I need my Casanova Shiny Teeth and Me remix. Casanova. TikTok. I need my Casanova. My shiny teeth that sparkle just like the star. I need it. I have to have it. Or I'll go insane. I'll go insane and I'll take you with me. Where is she? It's this one. Nope. 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 There we go. Ah, fuck! You bitch. Hang on. I got it. Nobody panic. I got it. I need this. This is for me. This isn't for anybody but me. This is just for me. It's this one.
Your punishment is death! Here comes
Yeah! Oh my
Maybe the shiny teeth one. Okay, I feel better. Okay, so now that I'm done crashing out, that was dog shit, and I'm really sad that you guys had to listen to that with me. I'm sorry. Anyway, so here's Patricia Taxon's video on Thought Slime. For those of you who don't know who Thought Slime is, you're welcome. I'm about to traumatize you. Thought Slime is like, what does Thought Slime even do, you guys? What does Thought Slime even do? Thought Slime is like, I guess like ContraPoints-esque, like ContraPoints, Philosophy Tube, that genre, right? Like video essays that suck about, you know, how you guys don't vote hard enough for liberalism is basically what that is. That's basically what that is. That's what Thought Slime does. So anyway, let's see what beautiful wonderful takes Patricia Taxon has on Thought Slime. BreadTube, thank you. Yes, BreadTube, thank you guys.
Hey, Mildred, long-time listener, first-time caller. This video might seem a little accusatory, and it kind of is, but...
Wait, this one is Patricia Taxon, isn't it? Somebody sent this to me. The puppy Selleck triangle. Somebody sent this to me. Is this one Patricia Taxon? Is this Patricia Taxon? Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Is this Patricia Taxon? I think it is, right? Yes. Yeah, liberal Zionist commentary, exactly. It's like, you guys didn't vote hard enough. If you guys voted harder, Hitler wouldn't have won. I have been trying to give you guys COVID. Okay, whatever, yeah.
Ultimately, I'm just very strongly offering permission to stop doing this one joke you've done a couple times over the course of years, and accept yourself as someone qualified to speak on things you've decided you're too privileged to speak on. Here's the clip.
Sorry.
I'm white and look like a dude, and my mental illness could be compounded by 1,000 other factors that make it harder for other people in the world to...
Wait, hang on a minute. We're doing id poll. We gotta back up. Hang on.
A couple times over the course of years, and accept yourself as someone qualified to speak on things you've decided you're too privileged to speak on. Here's the clips.
I'm white and look like a dude, and my mental illness could be compounded by 1,000 other factors that make it harder for other people in the world who don't have as easy a time as I do speaking about it.
I keep hearing people
I don't smoke in bed.
talk about how white men are demonized, but I'm white, and I spend most of my time disguised as
White. Do you mind if a white boy speaks a little AAVE today? Homies. I hate this bitch so much. I hate you, Mildred. I hate you, Mildred. I hate you, Mildred. It just makes me think of, you guys ever see that movie? It's called The Uninvited. You guys ever see that movie? It's an older movie. I think it's like 2008. It's got Emily Browning in it and Rachel McAdams, and it's, you know, it's like a psychological horror movie. And the whole time they think it's this girl's name is like Mildred Kemp or some shit like that. And she's like, Mildred Kemp like killed all of her fucking kids and like this crazy shit. And she's like trying to prove that her new stepmommy is Mildred Kemp. Every time I hear that, I think Mildred Kemp. That's what I think. I think of that movie. Thank you for going on this journey with me. I am off the NyQuil, so I hope everybody's ready for a really deranged stream.
man. And I gotta tell you, I don't really see it.
And I don't mean like individually powerful people here. I mean hegemonically powerful people. People in the dominant group. White people. Men. Straight
Right.
people. That kind of thing.
Now, I'm not saying that you are...
Oh my god, are we literally denying Mildred's trans identity? Are we literally saying that Mildred is not trans because you dislike Mildred? Is that what's happening right now? And then also, Paimon, I know that you're here. I would like to showcase Paimon's art here. Like I said before, when Lio sees an autistic person, and then it's Lio Convoy, and it's the savages. Barely even human, which is very accurate. I'm retweeting that right now. That's beautiful. Anyway, let's continue.
Transfeminine. I don't think that label applies to you, but I'm not sure how you would describe yourself. I'm
Patricia Taxon, queen of trans people. When? What the fuck? I don't think that you're trans feminine. Okay, bitch, chill.
saying that you are...
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Maya is graying by the second.
Me too, bitch. Me too, bitch. Thank you, Buckman. Everybody witness. Also, like, I don't mean to, you know, to gatekeep or whatever, but it's like, why is everybody concerned with like policing other people's identities that like don't do anything themselves to pass? You know what I mean? It's always an enigma to me. It's like, you look like a brick Hun, or like you don't have a gigapassoid Stacy voice, and it's like, neither do you, bitch. Like, what do you mean? You're not trying hard enough to pass. Like, the call's coming from inside of the house, sweetheart.
TMA, or transmisogyny affected.
Oh,
It is a
fuck me.
non-binary and intersex inclusive term for the cluster of identities that are the primary subjects of transmisogyny. It is placed in opposition to TME, or transmisogyny exempt, a label that encompasses both cis people and trans masks, among other things. These terms
All these bitches want to do is say male and female. That's all they want to do. TME, TMA, AFAB, AMAB, like whatever the fuck. You just want to call trans men females. And you don't want to call yourself a male. That's all it is. You just want to get the female pass, bro. You just want the female pass. There's nothing that people like this love more than being like, these females. There's nothing that they love more than doing that.
are intended to be deliberately broad, to aim outside of the infinite multitudes of gender identity and towards the material effects of oppression. The main point of contention with these terms is that, well, almost everyone is subject to transmisogyny sometimes. However, only some people are allowed by cisgender society to exempt themselves from it. Like, random example, the racist transvestigation of Iman Khalif. You could very well say that transmisogyny was a motivating force in her persecution, but she still had an out that a trans woman in her position would not have had, and she used it to avoid a situation that would have been
Oh my god, she had pussy privilege, you guys. So, like, deadass, she just wants to say female. She was like, all these females don't have to deal with trans misogyny the way that I do, the femoids. It's like, shut the fuck up,
vastly
dude.
more dangerous had she not had the option. And again, this is assuming all else is equal, because trans misogynists love to assume that every trans femme on Earth is white. Now, thought Mildred Slime. Regardless of your stated identity, in my opinion, I have good reason to impose the label of TMA onto you, because you've described it yourself. I'm not going to play the clip because it's from a really old video, and I don't
Wait, that's trans misogyny affected? Okay.
know if that would make you uncomfortable, but you have recounted authentic experiences of trans misogyny in the past, ones for which you had no possible
Oh,
exemption.
wow. To be seen as valid by Patricia Taxon, the dog fucker. Wow. Coveted title.
While you were closeted, while you presented masculine. And I mean this as a point of reassurance, you do not, quote, look like a dude. You have always carried yourself in a non-binary fashion and have
You've always carried yourself in a non-binary fashion. What does that even mean, bro? You've always came across very they them to me. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? You've always like walked like Meredith Grey, so I just assumed that you were non-binary. What the fuck does this even mean, bro? What does that even mean? What does this mean?
only grown more non-conforming as you've accepted additional names and identities. If you, as a gender-fluid person, believe that you do not possess enough trans femininity to escape the mandatory masculine apology tour, I am here to reassure you that you do possess an oppressed gender identity, and you don't have to joke about being a big
Thank you for validating everybody. What the fuck? This bitch is insane.
dumb privileged man anymore. Because that implicates a lot more than yourself, right? Because a lot of us look like you. Trans femmes who appear just as masculine as you are lifelong
Everybody, like, there are trans women that are just as butch as you. There are just as many trans women who look like fucking dudes as you, that are basically men with an undercut. There are just as many trans women that are as busted and fucking ugly as you. Like, what the fuck is this? This is crazy, bro.
subjects of transmisogyny. As you have told us, you were and are. TMA people do not possess male privilege, and neither do you. Not now, not ever. The closet is not a privilege. The closet does not exempt you from experiencing transmisogyny. The claim that assigned masculinity imposes privilege on us that we are required to continuously answer for and correct for our male upbringing is, in fact, one of the main arms behind the subjugation of trans
Dude, what the fuck was that video? That's me after ripping the DMT card too hard. Like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that? You carry yourself so non-binarily. That's very cool. What? God, she's fucking insane. She's insane. This is why I advocate strongly that nobody gets involved with trans discourse online. You guys, it'll rot your brain. It'll rot your brain. Okay, I was there. I could feel the holes like burrowing into my brain. I noticed myself becoming more and more unwell the longer that I spent in trans spaces online. Don't do it. Don't get into trans discourse, you guys. Don't do it. It will literally fucking rot your brain from the inside out. It's worse than doing ecstasy. It's worse than doing ecstasy every day for a year. It's worse. Trans discourse is true cancer. Don't do it. Yeah. Very cool. Thank you, Patricia. What music do you want me to cover? What music would you like me to review?
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Malcolm de Matacar Canon.
Hell yeah, dude. I need the DMT cart right now. Everybody witness, please. Let me rip that DMT cart, bro. Let me experience ego death and come back reborn and being unable to remember anything of what I just watched. That'd be so cool. That would be so cool, you guys. No, I don't want to listen to I don't want to listen to it. Another thing that I've noticed that I've been having fun with. Let me see if I can find it really quick. If this bitch didn't tweet so much, I could find it much quicker. My new favorite thing to notice and to witness is that Brianna Wu makes HelloFresh meals. and then she pretends that she made them. It's like my favorite thing. It's like my favorite thing. So this is Brianna Wu posting Hoisin shrimp with shallot sauce, green beans, and Tabasco sriracha sauce. And then you can see like the HelloFresh packets like in the fucking background and shit. And then this is the name of a real HelloFresh meal. This is the name of a real HelloFresh meal. And then she pretends like she's the one that made it. There was one in here where she posted a comment and she was like, the secret is ginger. And it's like, that's what the instructions on the fucking HelloFresh meal told you to do, was to put ginger in it. What do you mean? Hang on, let me see if I can find this one. That's been like my new favorite thing has been Brianna Wu pretending. Yeah, here it is. This is it. So she's like, Frank has been gone all week, welcoming home with banh mi meatballs and sweet chili mayonnaise and lime carrot salad. And then again, this is a real HelloFresh meal. And then if we get in here, you can see the HelloFresh packet right here. You can see it right here. And then somebody says, I approve with a liberal use of cilantro. And then she says, aggressive ginger is the real trick. That's the instructions on the HelloFresh packet. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. She's Gordon Ramsay, you guys. She just finished her 9th fucking 12-mile marathon, and you guys are saying that she didn't make that from scratch. She didn't harvest the shrimp herself. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's really good. Add that to her resume, guys. Add that to her resume. Oh, God. You want me to review Rose Malay's music? I'm good. Thank you, though. I really appreciate that. But I'm okay. Aggressive Ginger is the real trick. I'm changing my Discord name to Aggressive Ginger. Hang on. Hang on. I have to go somewhere where I recently... This is like the easiest way to do it. Hang on. Where am I? Edit profile, edit server profile. What was it? Aggressive Ginger. Also, just fun fact for you guys. Long time ago, I dyed my hair red, like ginger red. I did. It was certainly a choice, you know. It was a choice that I made. I did do that. I know you guys crave this age document. I know. I'm coming. Give me a minute. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the will to live. It's true. I did dye my hair ginger at one point in my life. It was a choice. It was certainly a choice. I know. I was doing ginger face. It's true. I was culturally appropriating gingers. And I'll do it again. And you can't stop me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Okay. I need to get more tea. I need tea. I need it. Hang on. I feel like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. It's gonna happen. I need to get some tea. You guys, I'm gonna get a little bit of tea. And then I'll be right back, okay? And then we're gonna do this document. Okay, we're gonna do the document, but first tea. Okay, first we're gonna have some tea. Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to make boiling water. Everybody behave. I'll be back in 1 second. I lied. I don't want tea. I lied. It sounds like it'll make me sick. I don't want tea. I feel like it will make me vom, and I don't want to vom. It'll make me vom. Oh, I just need sparkling water. I just need water. And my emotional support liquid IV. My liquid IV. We're good. We're good, guys. Everything is good. Okay, this is the moment that everyone has been waiting for. This is the moment that everyone has been waiting for. Can I put on my dark mode extension? Fuck. Oh my god, it's like being assaulted. Dark mode, dark mode, dark mode, dark mode. Dark mode. Please. Oh, to make. Fuck. I don't want an extension. Is there like a way to do this? Fuck me. Bro, please. Help me. Fuck. There has to be like a setting on here, right? Edit. Tools. No. Fuck. Oh my god. Dude, I'm gonna crash out. Extensions. Manage extensions. Give them to me. Give them to me now. Holy fuck, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, whatever. We're just getting flashbanged. Cool. Cool. We'll just be flashbanged. That's fine. I didn't need to see. I don't need to see. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Okay. All right. So, the 972nd document has struck the poppy. The 972nd doc has struck the poppy, you guys. So, this is really important. This is really big. This is really big. Okay. This is a document by Sage. Sage was one of the former members of the Polycule, the Poppycule, if you will. Sage recently departed from the Poppycule, and now Sage is back. And Sage is cooking. Sage is in the kitchen. Sage is a little chef. Sage is flambeing all these bitches alive. So these are hot new allegations, you guys. These are hot new allegations. There's also legal allegations in here as well. So let's begin, shall we? Let's begin. This is Sage's story of mistreatment in the Poppycule. So let's begin, okay? And I'm gonna try to make this as big as possible. Okay. So we begin. From August 2022 to November 2024, I was in a romantic polyamorous relationship with online content creators Xena and Poppy. I feel the need to share my full side of the story to both correct some misinformation as well as give as much information as possible to those who may be in the foundation and still or are unsure about the situation TM. To do so, I will need to recap a lot of details that I have already gone over, so please bear with me as I break down into a couple of categories regarding the themes of the previous 2 years of my life: serial cheating and abuse, unethical behavior as an LPC, and information control. Unfortunately, as you'll understand later, for a lot of this, I can only provide testimony because the logs that have been purged through the Redact program. Most everything happened in Discord calls or in person, so understand that this is ultimately my perspective of what I experienced. Content warning, several instances, domestic abuse, mentions of rape and emotional manipulation.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
King Nizama.
Oh, thank you very much, Rosie. Everybody witness, please.
Witness!
I have returned home as promised. The other thing that I think is interesting is React.dev is actually the software that Dan Saltman made. That's Destiny's buddy. And for all the bitching and moaning about Destiny, I find it really interesting that that's the software that they choose to use. But that's neither here nor there. So part one is serial cheating. So Poppy and I originally met due to a video that she posted on YouTube titled, quote, Just TMI Transition Updates, in which Poppy described her reasoning for choosing to undergo gender-affirming surgeries. I resonated with this video and posted a thread on Twitter about it, talking about my own feelings on gender-affirming surgeries and how our journeys with dysphoria were similar. After seeing my thread, Poppy reached out to me both publicly and privately to flirt with me, commenting on several of my photos from the previous few weeks. I was not a regular viewer of her YouTube content before this point, but I was an occasional viewer who, starstruck, took the opportunity to get to know her better. We began communicating through Discord primarily, and soon after began a long-distance relationship. I was in Indiana, and her in Michigan. I would later begin dating Xena as well, sometime in November of 2022. I will say, you know, for all these small fry content creators, you guys, there's no need to be starstruck. Okay, there's no need to be starstruck. All right, there's nothing really impressive cooking in the kitchen if you're, you know, soliciting somebody who has like 10K subs on YouTube. That's not really the wow factor that you think it is. So just for everybody, you know, keep one hand firmly touching the grass. Okay, a 10K sub YouTube channel is not that fucking impressive. There's nothing to be starstruck over. Okay, these are just normal fucking people with a hobby. Okay, this is nothing worth writing home over, I should say. Hang on. Oh, I feel like I'm drowning in my own mucus. Oh, fuck. It's so gooey, you guys. It's so gooey. Kill me, okay. If you guys are starstruck for me, you guys need to go outside a little bit more. That's all I'll say. I'm a dude running around on all fours, barking crazy style for weird electronic sounds in the wilderness, okay? There's nothing to write home about, I promise, okay? So let's continue. For clarity, I was freshly out of a long-term monogamous marriage. My divorce papers had been filed, but not yet finalized when I met Poppy. My ex-spouse and I had been separated for a few months. I was really new to polyamory. I had figured out that I was likely poly a long time ago, but never had the opportunity to engage with it due to my spouse being monogamous. This was not why we divorced, to be clear, but it's still worth noting. I had started a long-distance relationship with a trans woman in another country. God, you guys, come on. Come on. We're all adults. Stop dating people in other countries. Have none of you guys ever seen Catfish? Like, everybody on the internet is fucking poly, and then you meet people in real life, and you're not fucking poly, bro. Like, 90% of people that think they're poly are not fucking poly. No, you're not. You just, like, sexting with multiple different people on Discord. It's a totally different fucking thing. God, I fucking hate this already. And I agree. I'm very starstruck for DZ. My Discord is actually a DZ, fan.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Imagina saying ni razonatet what this person said about transitioning and pay responses to three rising you up. Crazy.
Yeah, that's actually really crazy. Everybody witness please, thank you. Cinder for the 5. Yeah, I think it's really crazy that people are like, this is my journey with transition, and everybody's like, wow, that's so powerful. Thank you for sharing. And it's like, anyway, what's your cup size? That's insane. That's insane. That's pretty fucking crazy. That's pretty fucking crazy. And this is a great point, Phoenix. This is something that people misconstrue a lot. There's a difference between an open relationship and a polyamorous relationship. If you want to flirt with and fuck other people, that's an open relationship. A polyamorous relationship is taking multiple romantic partners. So that means that you have multiple girlfriends. Not like you have a girlfriend and then you have a hall pass to fuck other people or flirt with other people or whatever. That's completely different. Polyamory is just like a shit fuck waste of time. You're not meant to have that kind of intimate relationship with multiple people at once. It's like a recipe for disaster. If you want to like flirt with other people, fuck other people, whatever, that's a different story, okay? That's still difficult, but it's a totally different realm. Everybody's like, I'm poly. No, you just want to send nudes to different fucking people on Discord at multiple times. It's very, very cringe. It's very cringe. Again, one hand always on the grass, you guys. Always on the grass. I don't care what you're doing. At any point throughout the day, you need to have one hand firmly touching grass, okay? It's very important. Okay, so I was in a long distance relationship with another trans woman in another country who was also poly, and for the most part we hit it off pretty well initially. After I met Poppy, things took a turn. I, being new, incredibly new to poly and not doing enough research into the responsible best practices in poly relationships, failed to inform Poppy about this relationship when we first began dating. It is worth noting that Poppy and I never had an official, quote, are we dating conversation. There was a Discord date, a fuck ton of Discord DMs, and one day she tells me she loves me and calls me her girlfriend. Again, like, I don't know what to say, like, go outside. And I think it's crazy that we were married and then we still are having difficulty, like, navigating these interpersonal relationships, especially over the internet. You guys aren't fucking dating over the internet. It's not happening, okay? It's not fucking happening. It's not happening. It's not, okay? You guys are crazy. Anyway, conflict arose between the three of us because I fucked up not informing Poppy soon enough about the person I'd been seeing. This was like week 2 of Poppy and I knowing each other, IIRC. And again, this is insane to me, in my opinion. The rapid speed at which people, get into these online relationships is incredibly jarring. You don't know someone until you like live with that person, okay? Everybody's like, no, I know my girlfriend from Switzerland really well. You guys just don't understand our relationship. I do, and you're full of shit, okay? Until you are around someone when there is a tragedy, okay? So there's a death in the family. Until you're around somebody when they're really sick. Until you travel with somebody. Until you physically sleep in a bed next to someone. Until you guys disagree over money. You don't know someone. You do not know someone, okay? That is a fucking lie. The best test for any relationship, there's 2 of them. One of them is to travel together. The other is to assemble IKEA furniture together. That will make or break your relationship, okay? I love my wife more than anything. She is my morning and my evening star. I would do anything for her. We cannot build IKEA furniture together. She has to be away. She has to go to like another fucking country so I can build my IKEA furniture, because I will crash the fuck out if I have to hear, oh, you're not doing it correctly, when I very clearly am doing it correctly, okay? You don't know someone until you live with them, until you experience hardship with them, until they're sick, until you travel together, until you build IKEA furniture before you try to put a tent up together, okay? You cannot determine the success of a relationship until you do all of these things together, okay? I'm being completely honest with you. Like, it is a success when my wife and I go to festivals if we don't kill each other in the process of assembling our campsite, okay? Like, if both of us are alive by the end of us putting together the campsite, that's a success, okay? Every year it's like, congratulations, we made it all festival season without killing each other. That's what love is, okay? That's the true test of a successful relationship, okay? Okay. Oh, okay. The conflict was never completely resolved, but eventually Poppy accepted my apology. I'll be honest, I don't remember the circumstances around me and the person I was seeing splitting up, but I do remember an argument between her and Poppy shortly before Poppy accused her of causing harm to me. Crazy. Crazy, okay. I mention all this primarily to illustrate my mindset at the time and how I knew and how new I was to the poly dynamic. Not long after I went on a trip, which was supposed to end with my first visit to Poppy and Xena in person, ultimately got pushed back due to COVID. At this point, Poppy and I had been together for around a month-ish, which is insane, even by lesbian U-Haul standards. That's insane. Insane. La 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 la. And while I was away, we had an argument over partners and dating. Poppy was upset that I'd expressed interest in someone online because she was under the impression that I was not interested in seeking partners other than her. It was through this argument that she revealed to me that she had more partners than Xena, and this was the first time I was informed of who they were. I will not name 2 of them for privacy reasons, but she had a total of 5 partners: Xena, myself, Aztec, the aforementioned 2 others who were both around Poppy's age, late 30s to early 40s. Dude, you're not in a relationship because you send nudes on Discord. Okay. I suppose at the time I was okay with this because I was so new to poly and had only recently been in a conflict with Poppy over this exact type of thing, so I was willing to suppress the surprise and keep the peace. The detail that had always stuck with me was this. Xena was the only partner that I was made aware of from the beginning, and the timeline of these relationships were as follows. The Anonymous 2 began their relationship with Poppy and Xena in one case about 1 to 2 months before I came to the picture, and Aztec began her relationship with both of them 3 to 4 weeks after Poppy and I began dating. This stuck with me due to the hypocrisy. When Poppy is in a relationship with 3 other people, it's fine not to inform me or give me awareness of who they are. But my mistake was a huge blowout fight. Not only this, but the beginning of a new relationship a month later, without so much as a mention until 2 weeks after the fact. Regardless your perspective on the relationship hierarchy, this is at best severe and hypocritical lack of communication, and at worst a form of cheating from the get-go. But I, of course, didn't know any better. This was normal, right? No. I don't think so. Jumping to November of 2022, I began dating Xena as well as Poppy after having made several visits to their place for extended periods. At this point, ZMP's kid, who I'll refer to as Spawn for privacy and consistency with the other documents you may have read, was still living with them. I will address this later on in another part, and the 2 anonymous partners had also broken up with Poppy due to what I now know was controlling and abusive behavior towards them. Maybe we'll be getting more documents. We can certainly wish. Ugh. God, what I wouldn't do for a cough drop right now, you guys. That sounds great. Wow. Okay. November was a tough period as I spent several long weekends with ZMP. Both of them were experiencing severe debilitating migraines for most of the month, which I took care of the 2 during. I would bring them meds, ice pack, and help them care for the dog, and occasionally help with cooking. I'm not much of a cook myself and was even less than one then. So I did what I could, but mostly assisted Xena, sometimes Poppy. This was the weekly routine. I would drive to their place, usually 8 to 10 hour drives, spend a weekend or sometimes a week taking care of them, helping with household chores and playing video games while Poppy was in client sessions, and spending most of the nights caring for their migraines or being on Discord voice calls with members of Keter in the Foundation. I will say the things that like really fuck hard if you want to give yourself a migraine is you consume copious amounts of Red Bull, you have an insanely erratic sleep schedule, you have mold in your apartment, you eat a shit ton of CBD gummies, and you probably have a very unhealthy diet. All of those things in combination will guaranteed give you a fucking crash out migraine every day of the week, just for the record. I think it's really important to remember here. Everybody's like, oh my God, the medical industry is like so fucked up because you go to the doctor for this issue and they're like, have you tried drinking water? It's like, oh. But like half of you bitches do need to be drinking water, okay? The hottest take that you guys will ever hear, and it's 100% true. You guys are drinking water every day, having a somewhat normal sleep schedule, having a somewhat balanced diet, and just a little bit of exercise every day, you will feel so much better, okay? You would be amazed what that will do for your health. And so all these fucking people are like, I went to the doctor and the doctor didn't take my health concerns seriously because the doctor told me to stop drinking 7 Red Bulls a day. Like, they just don't even care about my health. Like the medical industry, ableism, it's like, no, dude, you're like chronically overdosing on caffeine. It is no surprise that you have a killer fucking migraine. I have a migraine just hearing you talk about it. Yes, go to sleep, have a somewhat normal sleep schedule. Go to sleep around the same time every day, wake up around the same time every day, okay? Have like a vegetable or 2 a day, have a fruit or 2 a day, drink water every day, have a little bit of movement every day. You guys will feel so much fucking better, okay? Working out is fascism, okay? Hitler also drank water, so we're gonna only drink watermelon flavored Red Bulls and slowly kill ourselves. That's a really good idea, guys. That's a really good idea. Drink water, exercise, sleep normally, eat a fucking vegetable. You guys will be amazed how much better you will feel if you just do those very simple things in your life, okay? Very simple thing. And also, they have a dog and they're in an apartment. You should be walking every day. You should be walking the dog every day. That boom. There's your exercise every day. If you live in an apartment, you should be taking your dog outside every single fucking day. What are you doing? Letting it shit and piss inside? You have to take it outside to go to the bathroom, no? Go walk around the block a few times. You're good. You're good. You're fine. You're fine. You're going to make it. It's going to be, I know it's a scary world out there, but you guys are going to be fine. You can take the dog outside to take a shit. You're fine. Do you think they have like puppy pads in the house for the fucking dog to like shit and piss in the house? That's so fucking disgusting, bro. It reeks of cat piss and fish. Naughty pan. I can't spend eternity here. Don't they? Somebody in here confirm or deny? Doesn't she give the dog CBD gummies too to like keep it like tranquilized? Just casually giving your dog like fucking trazodone every day so it doesn't have to go for walks. That's insane. That's insane. I think it should be illegal for people to have like big dogs in apartments. That's another hot Malcolm take. If you have like a husky, if you have like a pit bull, if you have a big dog, If you have a big dog, it should be illegal for you to have that fucking dog in an apartment. That is inhumane. Apartment dogs are like wiener dogs, chihuahuas, you know, little Yorkies, like little fuckers, where they don't have like all this energy and shit. If you have a big dog, it should be illegal for you to have that dog in a fucking apartment. It's my hottest take of the day, okay? That's not hottest take of the day. Okay, let's continue. Sorry for the sunlock, guys. No, okay, so I just read this one. Okay, sorry, I gotta go down more. This extended into December, which is when I first learned of Poppy and Xena's plans to break up with Aztec. I put an asterisk on Poppy because Poppy actually told me the day she informed Aztec who Aztec was. Oh my god. I put an asterisk on Poppy because Poppy actually told me the day she informed me who Aztec was that she was planning on breaking up with her. Hey babe, I have another girlfriend, but don't worry about it because I'm breaking up with her right now. Good one. I like that. Smart. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. Because she only entered the relationship out of jealousy. See, Aztec was interested in both, but Xena was the only one interested in her, according to Poppy. I urged the two of them to rip the Band-Aid off.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Us to feel like shit. But event taking 20-40 minuts bugs daily, drinking 2 butter bottles regularly, and getting some sleep. Diet is still a bit though.
Thank you very much, Jabber, for the $5 dues. Everybody witness, please. Unironically, bro, you guys have no idea what a good balanced diet, water, and exercise will do for you. You have no idea what that shit will do for you. It will change your life. No shit. Daily movement, all that other good stuff. It will change your life. Before you run to the doctor and you're like, oh my god, I need fucking hydros for my back pain. Try going for a walk every day, bro. Try going for a walk every day, bro. Do some stretches and shit. Everybody just wants to go to the doctor and, you know, get their fucking oxys or whatever the fuck. No, dude. Change your life. Change your life. Change your life. I fucking hate pit bulls, so it tracks. It tracks that they have a pit bull. They are the epitome of everything that I hate. Anyway, let's continue. See, Aztec was interested in both, but Xena was the only one interested in her, according to Poppy. I urged the two of them to rip the Band-Aid off. They were uninvested in the relationship as it was more fair to Aztec. But they insisted on waiting till after the holidays to, quote, not ruin Christmas for her. Subtle foreshadowing. They would not actually break up with Aztec until February of 2023. Now the rest of the section is going to be a bit more summed up version of a story I've already told before. So if you want more information, feel free to read the post to fill in some gaps. So somewhere between February and April of 23 was when Melina appeared in the Foundation. Poppy quickly struck up a friendship with her and, unbeknownst to me, had flirted with her for several months before starting a relationship with her in May without telling me about it. It was during this time frame, February to April 23, that Poppy and Xena became much closer with a woman known as Hella, had apparently begun dating her. I say apparently because I did not find out from them directly, but due to a comment made in Discord one night in April. This sent me spiraling, and the entire argument eventually led to Xena breaking up with me. In June 23, Poppy ended a relationship with Melina. Sometimes later, Poppy would begin dating Windleby. I was not told about her and only found out about the relationship through Twitter. In August 23, Hella would break up with Poppy and Xena. I would spend almost 2 weeks at their place to help care for Poppy after her bottom surgery. Poppy met Snowflake around this time. I only learned about her the day I arrived at their place in September to spend a week with them, when Poppy tells me that she has a date later in the other room. That's crazy. All I can say is that all you bitches should be... You guys should have better self-esteem, better self-respect. You don't deserve to be treated like this. Even if I don't like you, even if I hate you, even if I think you're a piece of shit, you don't deserve to be treated like this in relationships. And I think it's actually fucking insane, truthfully. Yeah. Later on, Poppy would pursue Allie, a person who I was not aware of. She or Xena were planning to have a relationship with until I overheard a comment from them while I was visiting about cleaning up their sex toys they'd used with her a few days prior. A few days? 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 You left your crusty ass fucking sex toys for days? That's disgusting, bro. That is fucking vile. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Days old. That's fucking gross, dude. That's so fucking nasty. And you know these bitches recycle sex toys too. You know, it's like, I know that I used this Bad Dragon egg layer yesterday with another bitch, but lay down. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Bro, she's got mold in her pussy too. She's got mold in her pussy too. Oh fuck, dude. That's so fucking disgusting. Holy shit. Wow. That's fucking nasty. You take 10,000 hits of psychic damage and die. That's fucking gross. That is so fucking gross, dude. Holy shit. That's like a you clean it within the hour kind of shit, bro. Like you can't let it get crusty. What the fuck? I'm not gonna be able to recover. I can't recover from this. I can't recover from this. Crusty ass fucking sexual. Ew, dude. Ew, dude. That's so gross. Dude, that's so fucking nasty. Center. Center, 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 center. Ugh, that's gonna make me vom, bro. There's also unconfirmed lore. I don't know if it's confirmed or not. I'm sure it's confirmed by somebody. Somebody had mentioned, I think it was Dormu, said that obviously when you get bottom surgery, you have to dilate, right? In order to keep your pussy popping, as the doctors would say in the most clinical language I can use. You have to continue to dilate to keep your pussy popping, right? It is alleged that Poppy used the same puppy pee pad repeatedly for months and months and months and months and months, which led to chronic infections, as that would. That is what has been alleged, which is also fucking disgusting.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Deia reactiveli making new estadessa.
Yeah, bro, the new strain of like Ebola came directly from the moldy pussy. Very true. Everybody witness, thank you. Yeah, so gooey is the understatement of the year, you guys. There's like fucking Quaker oatmeal coming out of that shit, dude. That's like a quarantine zone. Oh my fucking god. It's like in The Last of Us, it's where the Rat King is. It's like down in the fucking basement of the hospital. Holy shit, kill me. Okay, I have to keep going. I can't be stuck on this. I have to keep going. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Where was I? Okay, sorry. I was at clean the sex toys a few days prior. That's where we were. That's right. At this point, Poppy was beginning to put all of her time and attention into No Flag, ignoring me almost entirely. Every time I would ask for reassurance or try to check on us, she would give me platitudes and then continue to ignore me. In December, No Flake would break up with Poppy, which Poppy promptly responded to by publicly accusing her of rape. I hate when I get dumped and suddenly I'm like, go gadget, raped? Patron saint of the raped checking in? That's crazy. Sometime in early 2024, Poppy and Xena would break up with Allie. Poppy would later begin to date another anonymous partner. She didn't tell me about this person until 2 dates and having sex, and her way of telling me was making a joke in a Discord call with friends. I think that this is the coveted statement where it was like, guess who has 2 thumbs and just got their pussy ate? This gal. And wow, I would rather eat a Hello Fresh meal prepared by Brianna Wu. Aggressive ginger is the trick, you guys. Aggressive ginger is the trick. The two would break up maybe a month and a half later. Later on in 2024, Poppy would show interest in another person who I won't name for privacy reasons. Again, not telling me until several months after emotionally cheating on me with them. Wow, so we made it. Woo, let's move on to something more fun. Abuse. Okay. At this point, a lot of the abuse is readily apparent, but let's rapid fire some of the events that are so egregious I'm ashamed of myself for being unable to see through the veil at the time. In May 2023, I visited ZMP for what was supposed to be a little under a week for a couple of reasons. I'd agreed to help them with some housework. I had a consultation for my bottom surgery scheduled on Wednesday after I arrived, and it would give me some time to spend with Poppy after making the drive to their place on Friday. I was extremely exhausted, and Saturday was no different. The drive took a physical toll on me, and so while I tried to help with housework, I was a bit slow and needed to take frequent breaks. Imagine going to visit your girlfriend, and your girlfriend's like, welcome, Cinderella, get your fucking duster out. That's insane. I think it was Hello that I was talking to about this. I don't know if this is like the Latinx Catholic gene or whatever the fuck. If somebody comes to my place of living, it is spotless. You can eat off of any surface in my place of dwelling if somebody is coming to visit me, okay? I would be mortified if somebody came to visit me and my living area was a mess, and then I would actually fucking kill myself in a video game if I had to ask a guest to help me clean up. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. You know, like when I was growing up, it was like, we're having company over. You have to throw away all of your toys. You can't let anybody know that we live here. No one lives in this house. Okay. That blanket is dirty. Throw it away. And I was like, Aye, Captain. Like, this is mortifying to me. This is mortifying to me. It's giving me like PTSD flashbacks. It's crazy. I could not imagine. Hey, welcome. I'm so glad that you're finally here. Go ahead and grab a Clorox wipe. We're doing the bathroom. Get in there, bud. Like, that's fucking crazy to me. But we can't clean the sex toys. I wonder why. Oh, I'm glad that you came to visit me. We're gonna do our weird Discord e-gooner shit. Yeah, so your job is actually to clean the sex toys that haven't been cleaned in a month. Oh my god. Oh fuck, this is gonna kill me, dude. No, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That fucking Vine where it's like, those dishes are dirty, throw them away. Vacuum up the dog. We can't let anybody know that we live here. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay. This really pissed. Okay, so I tried to help with housework. I was a bit slow and needed to take frequent breaks. This really pissed off Xena, who screamed at me louder than anyone has ever yelled at me in my entire life. That's a slap to the face right there. That's a watch your mouth. That's what that is right there. I didn't know how to react, so I shut down. Not uncommon reaction as Xena and Poppy would get into screaming matches all the time. I'm talking at least twice a visit and often more. They are extremely cruel to each other, calling each other cruel names, gaslighting each other, guilt tripping, the whole nine. Now, at the time, they never got physical with each other while I was there, but they would often slam doors. During these fights, I would disassociate and then try to calm them down afterwards. This is like you call the cops situation. You're hanging out with a couple and they're fighting with this. You just call the fucking cops, bro. Somebody's going to jail. That sucks. Insane. And the other thing that's crazy as well is that like when you invite someone into your home, are you on your worst or your best behavior? Usually your best, right? Like people, you're hosting. It's like, do you want anything to drink? Here's my best blanket. Here's the comfiest pillow that I own. I made a charcuterie board. You can watch whatever you want to watch on TV. If you want to order food, I'll pay for it. You're on your best behavior when you have company. And this is how they act when company is present. I am mortified for the way that they act when they believe that they're in private, right? That's nuts, dude. This is like my PTSD activating. Like I could not imagine hosting and then having this happen. That's crazy. And if somebody screamed at me like that, it would be lights out, bro. That would be that's something else, bro. You go to visit somebody and they scream at you like that, it is so over, bro. The cops are coming for you or they're coming for me. Absolutely the fucked up, bro. That's crazy. So Xena screamed at me in tears about how I was sabotaging things because I didn't want to do the work I had agreed to do, and I just disassociated, which made them more upset. The next day, Sunday, I would be told that I had to leave Monday morning. Poppy paid for an Airbnb for me to stay in, and on Monday, I left until Wednesday. The day of my consult on Wednesday, the stress of everything led to me feeling so hopeless that I decided to take my own life. I was thankfully found due to my friends, 2 former mods of the server, working to get a hold of my family. I was prevented from doing so. While in the psychiatric hospital, Poppy banned the 2 friends and convinced me that they had mishandled the situation and put me at risk. Hella was also flown to their place to stay with them for 2 weeks. This is why I was asked to help with housework to prepare for her visit. Sometime shortly after my release, I would also cut ties with these 2 friends, Aztec and Aztec, and Xena and I would begin dating again. And if anybody remembers the lore of this, basically it was like everybody tried to do a wellness check on Sage, like try to get a hold of her family to find out where she was in order to like actually get her help. And Poppy and Xena were mad that nobody contacted them. And obviously that would have been the wrong choice, given the circumstances, if you look at it, from this perspective, that they are the reason that she was in that headspace, right? Like that conflict is what put her in the headspace of like, I want to redact it. So why would you find the provocateur, is that how you say that word, of the situation, and then say, hey, can you diffuse the situation that you started? So-and-so is like fucking suicidal. Insane. Like, again, I'm surprised there's not a pile of harem bodies at the goon throne of fucking Poppy. This is crazy. Okay. Remember Poppy's breakup with Melina? This happened following a Discord call that I was present for. This Discord call consisted of Xena screaming at Melina in the same manner that they screamed at me back in May, the week of my suicide attempt, when Melina calmly asked Xena to not raise her voice and yell at her. I believe that she even told Xena it was triggering some traumatic memories of similar events. Xena doubled down and yelled even louder. I once again disassociated through the rest of the call, and I only remember coming to with Melina gone and Xena angrily in tears. I'll remind everybody again that these are internet Discord calls. They're not that serious. The end call button exists for a reason. Don't let fucking people talk to you like this. If people want to talk to you like this, they can talk to themselves like that alone in an empty call. That's crazy. In June 2024, I stayed with Poppy and Xena after my own facial feminization surgery. For the most part, things went better than normal until about a week into my stay. About a week after my surgery was my first follow-up appointment, which Poppy had to take me to as I was still bandaged and couldn't drive. We both woke up later than intended, and while we were getting ready, I fainted in the bathroom next to Poppy twice. After the second time, Poppy acted really annoyed as she picked me up, as if my fainting was intentionally wasting time. Dude, that's... Can you stop having a stroke? You're really fucking up the vibe. Bro, we're trying to get ready. Can you stop? Seriously. It's so funny. Oh, that's insane. That's insane. Oh, the day before I left. And again, mind you, this is alleged. Obviously, this is just Sage's recounting of events. You know, it's she said, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, given the veracity of evidence that has been levied against Poppy and Xena, I will transparently say that I believe Sage's retelling of events because Poppy and Xena are terrible pieces of shit. So then the day before I left on Poppy's birthday, the three of us went out for a day in a neighborhood town. Everything was actually going really well till we got back to the apartment. When we got back, Xena noticed that they lost an earring out of the set they had bought while we were out. This caused Poppy to freak out worse than I had ever seen her. Can't relate. I have real problems. I tried to help her look for it. After not finding it, Poppy sat on the bed shaking in anger. I inched up to embrace her and told her that things were going to be okay. In response, she growled something at me and shoved me backwards with a lot of force. I fell back on my back and my head only a few inches from hitting the headboard. Xena just kind of shrugged it off and gave me a, yeah, that's about what I thought would happen, as if it was my fault for trying to comfort my girlfriend. And Poppy later left the apartment while I had dissociated on the couch in the living room. Again, insane. If you're like so emotionally immature that you cannot keep yourself from putting your hands on another person when you're dysregulated, you shouldn't be around other people. Right? Like if I'm upset enough where I'm going to freak out like that, I'm smart enough and I have enough, you know, emotional reserve to separate myself from other people. If I'm in a bad mood and I know that I'm going to crash out, I specifically say, you know, I need to be left alone. I'm starting to get really pissed. I'm starting to get really irritated. I please leave me alone. I need to be left alone. I'm really upset right now. You know, I'll be good. I'll be good in like a half an hour or whatever. Just give me a minute. I need to go and kind of like reset, and then it's good. If you don't have the ability to do that and regulate yourself, you should not be around other people, period. Like you are deranged and unwell. And imagine if in an alternate universe, if Sage did hit her head and she has like a fucking TBI now. That's insane. That the only, you know, stroke of luck that occurred here is that she didn't hit her head. Because as you know, you just have to hit your head the right way and you can actually fucking die or like paralyze yourself, right? Like not to scare everybody, of course. But you know, it takes a one hit to the head in the right place at the right time, and boom, you're a vegetable for the rest of your life. You got to be very, very careful with head injuries. You know what I mean? That's fucking insane. That's fucking insane. And all from somebody who is like a counselor or a therapist. You don't have the wherewithal to separate yourself from a situation knowing that you're getting that upset. If you're that dysregulated, you need to go somewhere else. You need to be away from other people. And not being able to identify those signs in yourself and then taking that out on other people is actually insane. Especially for somebody, you know, that apparently like helps other people. That's crazy. If you can't help yourself, it's like if you go to a dentist and the dentist just has fucked up teeth. You're like, I think I'm going to find a different person to fix my teeth. Thank you though. Or if you go to a tattoo artist that has fucking busted ass scratchers, you're like, I don't know if I trust your artistry. Or, you know, you go to an esthetician that has fucked up skin. You know, you kind of look to somebody who is an expert in an area, and if they don't have that trait already, you're kind of like, or, you know, you go to a bodybuilder that's like morbidly obese. It's like, I don't know, I might get my training advice from somebody else, but thank you so much. If you can't do it yourself, I don't really trust you to tell me how to do it, to be completely honest with you. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, there were several other things, several There were several of their fights beginning in the summer of 23 that included the two physically shoving each other. I witnessed Poppy being shoved into a doorframe, Xena slapping Poppy on the chest or the shoulders, or Poppy shoving Xena backwards on more occasions than I can count. This isn't even scratching the surface of the various types of abuse I witnessed or was victim to in those 2 years. I'm still processing all of it. I recognize the spin that will be put on this. Fighting and abuse are not the same thing. In the abstract, they're right, but physical assault and emotional manipulation and intimidation absolutely are. There's a difference between like an argument or like accidental, like physical contact. Like if you're arguing or something and, you know, you get a little too close to somebody, you're like, whoa, like back up. Like that's one thing. But if you're like actively like, fuck you, and you shove someone, that's completely different. And if you're in an intimate relationship with somebody and you cannot resolve conflict without putting hands on each other, both of you need to like get the fuck away from each other. That's crazy. You can have passionate arguments. You can yell. You can raise your voice. You can do these kinds of things because it's emotional reactivity. But when it is intentional to inflict harm on the other person is when you need to pump the brakes. Like maybe you're really passionate about something that you guys are fighting about, so you raise your voice instinctively, like, no, that's not what I said. Like that is different than fuck you, bitch. That's totally different. Or like somebody's walking towards you, like, no, like back up, and you know, you bump or whatever. These are two totally different things. And the fact that, you know, again, the fact that they're comfortable doing this in front of other people is insane. Like I would consider like explosive fights like this to be very, very intimate, right? Like these are probably people's like darkest moments, you know, like I got in a fight with my partner and we were just so mad at each other and we pushed each other and it was really fucked up and it was just really shameful and embarrassing. But they're like happy to do that in front of other people. That's insane. That's insane. It's like bragging that you know, were involved in a hit and run and killed like a family of 4. That's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Actually insane. Okay. We have to do a little go piss girl break. Hang on. We have to do a little go piss girl break really quick. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I also, could use another, no, I need to drink my electrolytes. I don't need another sparkling water. I need my electrolytes. You guys are right. You guys are right. I need my electrolytes. Thank you for holding me accountable. I really appreciate it. Why do I have 3 Minecraft parkour tabs open? That's crazy. That's crazy. Nice, Malcolm. Okay, quick go piss girl. We'll be right back. Quick go piss girl. Be right back. Everybody behave, please, and thank you. becomes me. Death becomes me. Also, you know what I think is like super fucking gay, you guys, is that I was literally, it's like every time I like go to a festival or something, shit always pops off. It's really fucking gay. It's like people wait. It's like people are like Malcolm's at a music festival. Let's drop shit. It's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible, isn't it? It's so rude. So rude. I'm at the rave getting assaulted and everybody's like, new hot goss. It's terrible. Electrolytes. Okay. Let's continue, guys. Let's carry on. Onward. All right. So, abuses against Spawn. We'll talk about why it was so difficult to believe the allegations, but it's one of my biggest regrets, especially given how close in proximity I was for it. Proximity I was to it for a moment. My time in ZMP's lives only briefly crossed with Spawn living with them, and I'd wish that I was able to look past my own desires for love that ZMP manipulated, because you could tell something was wrong immediately if you didn't blind yourself. I met Spawn a handful of times, and my takeaway is that they were a really sweet kid and they didn't deserve what they were put through. I can't imagine that they are perfect, but given the ways that they were treated, no one would be. I overheard Xena screech at Spawn. Screech, important word there. Quite a few times, but because I wasn't there to witness the argument, there was always enough plausible deniability to convince me that it was always Spawn's fault. But generally, Xena, in specific, straight up acted like the kid was a nuisance to their life. Xena would constantly glare at them and have a scowl on their face anytime that Spawn was in the room. I don't think I can remember a single kind word ever being said from Xena. They treated their fucked up version of parenthood like it was a contract, much like all of their relationships. Love, affection, and goodwill are all things you negotiate from them. Nothing is free. I was given access to a lot of files they save, including all of Xena's notes from the, quote, house meetings dating all the way back to 2019. I could spend time talking about the control of Spawn's self-care and eating habits and the control over the internet usage as a punishment or their verbal abuse on the day-to-day, but I'd rather just showcase from Xena and Poppy's side what being in their house was like. And before we go through these, something that is important to remember is that Poppy and Xena paint Spawn as being this horribly developmentally delayed or disabled individual to the point where they were considering guardianship of Spawn at one point. And so there's only two paths here. The path that Spawn is so disabled that Spawn literally cannot even wipe their own ass, or Spawn is actually a Machiavellian master manipulator who was actually the abuser in the dynamic. Both of these things, these two things are, a dialectic. They can't exist. They are contradictory in nature. And no matter what way you cut it, let's say that Spawn is so disabled that they have to have a caregiver appointed by the state. Treating them like this is unacceptable. And then on the other side of the coin, let's say that Spawn is this evil Machiavellian manipulator. You still don't treat them this way. That's not how you resolve that conflict. And I would expect somebody who has a master's degree to know better than that, of course. But the truth of the matter is that at no point in chronological age, does your child stop being your child, and it never becomes acceptable to speak to your child this way. You would not accept if somebody spoke to their 4-year-old this way, and you would not expect if somebody spoke to their 20-year-old this way. This is not an acceptable way to communicate with your child. Obviously, as an adult, you have a very different relationship with your parents. That does not involve fucking screaming at your child. That never borders into that territory. So if we assume that Spawn was decently disabled, POTS, to their retelling, everybody's retellings here is that Spawn had autism and some other delays. This is an unacceptable way to speak to somebody like that. A completely unacceptable way to speak to somebody like that. If Spawn is a disabled adult, this would get somebody's care taken away, right? Like if Spawn was in the care of a group home or something and the staff treated Spawn this way, that would be like an APS investigation report. It's actually insane to me to pretend otherwise. So just food for thought. Just food for thought. Excuse me as I die briefly. Okay. And a reminder that Spawn did pay rent. And so imagine having a roommate that was kind of a shitty roommate. And you were like, well, roommate, you don't get access to the kitchen, the bathroom, and I'm cutting the internet because you're being a shitty roommate. Insane. So, Okay, so this is alone time and work hours reminder per spawn. This is March 22nd, 2023 at 3:17. And this is a text reminder from Xena. At spawn, this is a reminder that my alone time hours are 2:30 to 5, and it is not okay for you to interrupt that. Your mom has already negotiated with me what the rules are for her lunchtime during my alone time. This negotiation is between only between me and her. It is not acceptable for you to interrupt or ask things during that time. If you need something during work hours, then you must wait for a response text so people can let respond when they are available. Please be more considerate of work hours and alone time in the future. To my understanding, Xena's alone time was also in the living room of the apartment. So Spawn's option was like to be in their bedroom or to like be not at home during alone time, because like going into the living room would trigger a catastrophic migraine level 10 meltdown, which is fucking crazy, but that's insane. If you need, please also note that this is a boundary of mine. When a boundary is ignored, that hurts on a personal level. While I appreciate the apology, I'm going to note that this is a warning. Any future interruptions will have more consequences levied, as simply bringing the issue to your attention has already officially happened. Crazy. Actually insane. Actually. But yeah, my boundary is that you don't breathe when I have alone time. That's my boundary. So my boundary is that you have to give me money. So my boundary is that if you guys are not super chatting, there will be consequences. If you guys are not buying memberships, gifting memberships, buying super chats, buying my merch, which is very slay, mind you. If you're not buying my merch, this will have severe consequences. Okay. And me bringing it to your attention is already the first warning. So please don't make mother angry, kittens. Thank you for listening. So this is the consequence. July 14th, 2020. Blank did not complete tasks for scrub the bottom of the tub and put the mat back and got on their computer without checking in with anyone. This was figured out and asked about roughly at 4:20. Consequences that they're not allowed to go on their computer until tomorrow. Check in after chores. All tasks and chores must be done before they get on their computer. Note, when Blank was asked to go to the start chore, Xena heard banging sounds and asked them to take a break in their room. Xena heard more banging sounds and entered Blank's room and then asked what the banging was. Oh, let's go. There we go. That's what I like to see. No consequences for shark jumping. Extra bathroom time for shark jumping. Everybody witness, please. Everybody witness, please. Thank you very much, shark jumping.
Who is this Calvin Garrar? Who is he?
Extra bathroom time for shark jumping. That's what I like to see. Okay. Asked what the banging was. Blank said they were throwing stuffed animals. Xena said to keep the door open because they were concerned that Blank would hurt themselves. Blank said that they want to go outside instead, and Xena said that was okay to do. Blank then went out. Dude, this is crazy. It's like fucking therapy progress notes for your fucking kid. Also, if you pay rent somewhere and you have to check in to go and get on your computer after doing like a household chore, literally fucking blow me, dude. That's insane. That's fucking crazy. And the banging noises with throwing stuffed animals around, and that, you know, disrupted the circadian rhythm of fucking Xena's sleeper, like step up from hell sleep cycle. Dude, that's fucking crazy. We're concerned that Blank was going to hurt themselves. If you're concerned that Spawn is like so unwell that they're going to hurt themselves, this is probably not the way to deal with that, whatever. So Saturday, April 8th, 2023, log of conversation and consequences. Internet turned off Saturday night. No lying. No lying allowed. And no manipulating behavior. Checking off tasks and not doing them. Lying about what has been done. I like how nobody in this house is fucking literate either. I thought I did it, was said despite obvious proof, and I explained that lying is manipulative. This is not acceptable behavior. No asking or bugging us for internet back, provided all chores, including today and tomorrow, have been completed and checked 100%. Completion, the internet will be turned back on the morning. If tasks are not done, or 80%, 99%, this will be counted as not done. Poppy and Xena in the bathroom for their chores tonight, so Blank will not be allowed to work in the bathroom. Blank is not to start any personal projects tomorrow, Sunday. Chores need to be completed first. Blank is responsible for paying any overages on the phone for use of their hotspot. If Blank has any issues, they also need to come to Xena instead of Poppy. This is, wow. Look at this. There's a little fucking checklist. This is crazy. Consequence, 6/23/21. Consequence given on Wednesday, June 23rd, and will be continued on Thursday, June 24th. On Wednesday, the no computer TV until 6 p.m. part was completed, but having all tasks completed was not. Consequence was given for Blank not completing tasks before going on the computer and needing several reminders Monday and Tuesday. Examples include dinner, planting plants, buying Bun CBD. So that's the dog, buying the dog CBD gummies. Oh my God, they're fucking drugging the dog and going to bed on time. You're fucking 21 years old and you need a fucking bedtime. If your kid is so disabled that you have to have a set bedtime, do you think that crashing out like this is going to get it through to them? Are you kidding me? What did we get our master's degree in? Basket weaving? What the fuck, dude? This is crazy. Consequence, no computer/TV until blank is checked in and given explicit permission to go on. No exceptions will be made for eating on or breaks. So we have to do chores on time, dishes away, everything on sink mats, use the stool when needed, vacuuming, special thing, everything from towel, laundry, chore completed, example, quarters and soap put away, towels folded and put away, cupboard should be neat with no towels, room cleaning, 30 minutes or more, set a timer, use labeled bags for this, do I need this, do I want this, sort items, set a reminder for doing dishes at 8:30, ask permission to be on computer, timer will be set. Kitchen cleaning sink. Kitchen cleaning cleanup tasks added. Check in with Xena to make sure everything is correct. Print document, post new document. This is crazy, dude. Cinderella was treated better, dude. Cinderella was treated better. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is insane. Dude, this is like a roommate from hell situation. Holy fuck. Gypsy Rose Blanchard didn't have fucking anything on these hoes, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm surprised they didn't have like one of those fucking like AET alarms on the door, and the alarm would like go off if Spawn opened the door and I was like, back in your room for quiet time. That's crazy. Holy shit. Spawn has to wear like a collar with the fucking like bell on it. It's like, Spawn is coming. Oh no, Spawn, it's alone time isn't over. You have 3 more minutes. I hear the bell. Get back in your, that's crazy, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so this is a handwritten one. Bring up some stuff, blank, cover topics later. No pizza right now. Takeout is fine as long as it's small. No perishables in bedroom. No dirty dishes in bedroom. Discussing bathroom times. Planning goals. Employment that will recoup expenditures for the month and lets them somewhere independently. New place to live. Non-negotiable. Blank makes decision as to what kind of relationship they want with us. Example, cutting us out entirely or having occasional fun visits and holidays. Well, guys, if you don't do your chores well enough, you don't get to come home to see mom on the holidays. It's fucking brutal. Blank needs to be a contributing member of the household with understanding. It sounds like this bitch is the only one that's contributing to the household. What are you talking about? Can I see a list of chores that Xena does other than sleep and drink Red Bulls and knit? What do you mean? It sounds like the household is run by Spawn. Okay. Okay. Blank takes responsibility and ownership for their own tasks and requirements of independence. Agreements made during family meetings. Anything that is chemical related to be discussed. What does that mean? Anything coming into the house discussed. Put new apartment on Signal as well as calendar. Explicit plans. Social worker. Bun gets interaction with us when she's whining. Chewy dog works on physical health, is more mindful of the schedule and meal times, is able to follow our rules, helps with the dishes. Meal time at 7. Jesus Christ. Dude, fuck. This is crazy. This is actually insane. This is actually insane. Yeah, like I said, if Spawn is like this disabled, this is not how you handle this. And I would expect somebody with a master's degree to know much better. This is like not how you do that, but okay. So let's get into the good shit, you guys. Let's get into the good shit. Part 2 on ethical behavior as an LPC. On February 18th, 2023, Poppy sent me copies of 2 tests she used with clients in order to diagnose them, as she had speculated in calls with me that I have borderline personality disorder. After taking both tests myself and sending them back to her, she looked over them and told me they showed strong indicators that of me having BPD, as she suspected. She asserted that she wasn't diagnosing me, that it was a pretty strong indicator. The first file was returned to me with all the biographical information filled out. The second one with an addition of a proper diagnosis section, borderline personality disorder. I had not been given a diagnosis of BPD by my therapist at the time. At the time, Poppy friend, this is her simply sharing resources with me. But I now realize this was Poppy using her credentials as a therapist to diagnose me as having BPD. In the time since my current therapist has identified that I have BPD symptoms, but has chosen to refrain from giving me an official diagnosis due to fears of over-stigma and medical discrimination. However, whether or not Poppy was correct is immaterial to the fact that she was using her credentials and expertise to diagnose her girlfriend. On another occasion, around the same time, she would share these files in the foundation, where she encouraged her friends to fill them out and send them back so she could review them and let them know what the results indicated. Despite the fact that I do consider myself to potentially have BPD based on evidence and have been diagnosed with ADHD since, I definitely was made to feel pressure to believe it and go along with it before ever getting a proper diagnosis or speaking with my therapist about it. So the thing that's like really important to emphasize here is that BPD, there's a couple of diagnoses. BPD is one of them that is a black mark on your record for life. And so if you're working with a therapist that is worth their salt in any capacity, they will be very, 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 very hesitant to diagnose somebody with borderline personality disorder. Same thing can be said for autism, which is why autism is extremely hard to get diagnosed, especially as an adult. NPD is another one of these, any kind of personality disorder usually, because these are black marks on your record. There are certain providers that refuse to work with borderline patients. If you have a diagnosis of borderline, they will refuse to work with you. There are certain, medical interventions that you are barred from receiving. There are certain treatment options that you are barred from receiving. With certain conditions, your insurance, your life insurance goes up, your auto insurance goes up. There is a reason that these are very stringently gatekept as diagnoses, just because they are a black mark on your record for life. And the fact that, we're really, really comfortable just kind of like firing from the hip that everybody has BPD is really indicative to me that we have a really poor understanding of the gravity that comes with any kind of diagnosis like this. Autism is in this category because people with autism have a shorter life expectancy than non-autistic people, so your life insurance premium goes up. Same thing with driving insurance. If you drive a car and you have to get your vehicle insured, people with autism pay more money for these kinds for vehicle insurance. Same thing with certain medical conditions. You're more at risk for certain medical conditions with autism, or even things like Down syndrome. These are diagnoses that are, for all intents and purposes, a black mark on your medical record. There are certain jobs that you are entirely sequestered off from for having a diagnosis of BPD. And so it's very, 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 very interesting to me. And it's very indicative that we don't know the fucking gravity of kind of armchair one diagnosing people and then confidently asserting that people have BPD with your quote unquote clinical expertise, when it is incredible. It should be incredibly difficult to get a diagnosis of a personality disorder without like very, 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 very intensive work with a therapist over a long period of time. This shouldn't be like you meet somebody, you have like 3 sessions and they're like, you have BPD, bye. That is not what you should be doing, okay? Because these things will follow you for life once they are written down in a file somewhere. I, again, would expect a lot more from someone who has a master's degree, but what do I know? Okay. Okay. So this is Poppy's legal name via Google Sheets. So these are the examples of, it's the PID-5, which is an inventory. There were many instances before this indicating that she was using her credentials this way. Several times we would be in voice calls with friends and Poppy would insist that I had BPD, making comments such as, I will die on the hill that you have borderline, or that's because you have BPD, dear. She did this with others too, asserting to her friends that they had BPD, ADHD, or autism based on a number of traits that she would identify and point out. She's done this for others as well behind their backs on several occasions in group calls. After her breakup with No Flake, she would occasionally go over the criteria for MPD and assert to all of us that Noah and Melina both displayed enough of the characteristics for the clinical diagnosis. Even though she would say, quote, obviously I can't give her a diagnosis, not only would she continue to treat both of them as though they had MPD, but several of the young members of the server would spend time with her, also began to believe, based on nothing other than Poppy's words. So the other thing that I think is really interesting as well is MPD and BPD, they have a lot of comorbidities. And oftentimes, especially in people that are assigned male or are male, whatever word you want to fucking use, I don't care, that NPD is like significantly underdiagnosed. And so I think it's really interesting because somebody who does have clinical NPD is probably somebody who's smart enough and like cunning and Machiavellian enough to say the right things in order to get away from an NPD diagnosis, right? Hang on 1 second. What the dog doing? Hang on. Oh. It's the pest people. They're coming to kill my garden spiders, and I'm so sad about it. I'm so sad about it. I'm so sad. All my garden spiders are fucked, bro. They've worked so hard. I get up early, and we sit outside and have girl time, and they build their little webs, and we just hang out, we chat. The spiders and I are very good friends, and their webs are going to be torn down because the pest people destroying their homes. It's very sad. My dear garden spiders. I love them so much. But no more garden spiders. Okay. Well, it's the pest control people. They don't take great care in making sure that they're rehomed. I normally like grab a broom or something and I scoop them and I put them in other places, but there's one that's been working on a web for a very long time. Fun fact, they're orb weavers. Orb weavers take their webs with them. So if you find a web and there's not a spider in it, that means the spider died, because orb weavers will eat their webs and then they put them up somewhere else when they leave. And this orb weaver has been here for a couple of months, and every morn, he rebuilds his web, then he takes it down at night and he puts it up somewhere else, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and he didn't even know it. Today was the last day that he was building his web, and I didn't have the heart to tell him. It's very sad. Very sad. Rest in peace, orb weaver. I love you. Okay. Now that I've mourned the loss of my garden spiders, let's continue. Okay, sorry. There were many instances before this indicating that she was using her credentials in this way. Okay, sorry. She did this with others too, asserting that her friends, they had BPD, ADHD, or autism based on a number of traits that she would identify and point out. And then talking about the MPD, we just read that. So this is how she leveraged her license against her friends. It gets so much worse. The entire time I knew Poppy, she would occasionally speak out about client sessions, both in voice call and in her Discord server, as well as with me personally when I would visit her and Zine at their place. I can speak to several instances where she has told me and others very sensitive information about her clients' backstories, traumatic experiences, or discussions she had with them. I don't remember specific dates because this happened so often that it was just normal, but I recall a lot of information about clients, even though Poppy never named them, which was her justification for why it was okay for her to discuss them. I will not give examples because I obviously do not want to repeat the privacy violations, but I do know so much information about a lot of her clients. And this is also another really funny moment, because just because you don't say somebody's name doesn't mean that like doesn't violate HIPAA, right? Like if you're a doctor and you're like, yeah, I see this patient, he's really tall, and he plays basketball, and he's a DJ now, and he used to play for the Lakers. You might know him. He's really famous. Anyway, that's my patient. Everybody knows who you're talking about. That's a HIPAA violation. If you give out like enough personal information, people can reasonably ascertain who you're talking about, and that counts as a HIPAA violation. It doesn't have to be like name, date of birth, like social security number. Like it just has to be enough personal information that like you can like identify that person. So if I said I'm a doctor and my patient is a Scientologist, he's in a lot of action movies, he does his own stunts. We've been seeing each other for a while. Like you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about Tom Cruise. That is a HIPAA violation, right? As long as you're giving out enough information that makes somebody identifiable, that is a violation. That is a violation of HIPAA. And even if it doesn't breach like a HIPAA violation, I still think it's like incredibly distasteful. Like I think it's really fucking stupid actually if you have people that work in healthcare and they like tell people about like the crazy shit. It's like what about like people's privacy? Like, do you think that the guy that like came into the emergency department with like 4 potatoes shoved up his ass, do you really think that he wants everybody sitting around talking about that? Probably not. Like, can you be a human being? You know what I mean? I think the guy's embarrassed enough that he came to the ED, with like 4 fucking potatoes shoved up his ass. That doesn't have to be like a dinner time, story for everybody. I think that's crazy. You know what I mean? I think that's crazy. No, that's crazy. I think you should just maybe not do that. I don't know. Just a personal opinion, I suppose, but nonetheless, okay. In February 2024, Poppy was fired from her job, a choice that she made after her employer expressed concerns about her online behavior. She refused to stop. Not long after, she started her own private practice out of her place. In late April, early May 2024, Poppy and Zena asked me to mod for the foundation to assist in calling insurance companies that were denying claims and asking them to pay out for Poppy sessions, which she offered to pay us for, but ultimately never did. Poppy had both of us take online HIPAA training courses, but never officially hired us as employees or contractors. We never signed any employment contracts or business associate agreements. And neither of us received any of the promised payment reimbursement for the course, though our friend was, quote, reimbursed for the course by being gifted a video game on Steam of a slightly higher value. I took the course around noon on May 4th, 2024, while I was laid up in bed recovering from surgery. However, before I even took the training course at midnight the same day, Poppy gave me her login to the Thera platform. This was so I could note clients whose insurance companies hadn't paid out yet and call the companies on Poppy's behalf. I never did end up making calls on their behalf due to recovering from surgery at the time and later not having time to do so because of my job. However, I had login access and thus access to personal information and all the clients' names, addresses, etc. until the end of November 2024, which is that's like hella illegal, bro. That's like hella illegal. That's like illegal. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. If you have somebody who I'm imagining like a secretary that would like do this shit, that the secretary doesn't have like your personal login to like your fucking shit, right? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. You don't get like your personal fucking login. That's insane, dude. That's insane. I cannot comprehend, you guys. That's actually fucking insane. That's like hella illegal, bro. Oh my god, hang on, is this a creature from the Black Lagoon edit? Oval, is that what this is? A creature from the Black Lagoon edit? Dude, I love Creature from the Black Lagoon. Did you do this on purpose? Did you do this just for me? Did you do this just for me? You have no idea how much I love Creature from the Black Lagoon. You have no idea, bro. Hang on, let's show the class. Everybody witness Noval's art. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I also love how Xeno's like fading into the background. That's beautiful. You have no idea how much I love Creature from the Black Lagoon Noval. That's beautiful. I love her. Thank you very much for this gift. Thank you very much for this gift. It's very, very wonderful. It brings me much joy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Noval. Beautiful. Also, what kind of platform is this therapy platform? What's it called? Thera platform? What is that? Thera platform. Because, like, what did they have on here? Like, could Sage read notes? Because that's insane. If they can read notes, so all-in-one EHR for therapists. Engage your clients, share videos, online resources, and interactive games. Speed up payments, accept payments online, and send payment reminders. Scale your practice, unlimited clients and no extra fees. Expand your reach, serve new clientele. So it's got teletherapy, scheduling, claims management, billing and invoices, therapy notes, therapy ads, and client portal. So if this is insane. So if she just gave Sage her login information, that means that Sage could read all of the notes too. I'm not saying that Sage did, but like she had the ability to read the notes. That's crazy. That's so fucking illegal, dude. That's nuts. If true, that's insane. That's actually crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god, could you imagine seeing a therapist and then your therapist is just like giving your fucking notes to like their Discord girlfriend? Holy shit. That's crazy. And I'm saying if true, but obviously we can see here that this is like we were given the login, which is, that's crazy. Wow. That's That's nuts, dude. That's crazy. Okay. And then here's like a insurance is functional working, client view, insurance tab, look at coverage, yes, or whatever. This is like how to do it. If these are not in place, email the client. This is the HIPAA training. You get your little certificate. Even if Sage did the HIPAA compliance like training or whatever the fuck, it is a violation to give Sage the login for your fucking account. Like, it sounds like this. They're a platform or whatever the fuck. Like, you would just make somebody else an account and then give them select access to whatever. Like, if you had like a secretary, the secretary shouldn't be able to read like all the fucking notes and shit, but they should be able to see, you know, like insurance or like contact information to like schedule or whatever. But it would be a separate account. You wouldn't give them like your personal login. That's fucking insane, dude. Holy shit. That's like Guantanamo Bay level shit. That's fucking crazy. Poppy even added me to a group chat on Signal with herself and Xena, our mod friend, titled, quote, work on November 1st. The chat was intended to facilitate the calling of insurance companies, and Poppy even shared client info there at least one time that I currently can still access. Poppy assured us that these actions were legal when I questioned, and I believe despite it gnawing at me in the back of my head. It's not. It's not. It's not. Oh my God. It was through my own studying and counseling and speaking with professionals that I was able to grasp how major of a violation this was and how much trust with their clients is broken, though they may still be completely unaware. So this is, oh my God. Client's name and birthday, issue denied. That's fucking insane. I share all of this mostly because I do not expect the LARA to do a thing in investigating this, because Poppy is able to weaponize her status as a trans woman to claim discrimination in the investigation in hand. That's not true. That's not fucking true at all. It doesn't matter like what demographic. Like, if there's one thing that is taken incredibly serious in healthcare, it is HIPAA violations, okay? They do not fucking play with that shit. That is something that is taken very seriously. Like, that's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy, bro. That shit that is taken very seriously. That's like the number one thing that people don't fuck with. Holy shit. Nothing is likely done without more pressure, especially because one of Poppy's strong suits is destroying evidence, so no one looks further. I share all of this mostly because I do not expect them to do anything investigating this, because Poppy is able to weaponize, yeah. Okay. Information control. We're almost done, Mamacitas. We're so close. This is the hardest section to write, as the layers of which to which information is controlled by ZMP are infinitely deep. To start the foundation, Discord server is built for containment right after its namesake. While I was there, I was granted the highest level status of Polyon, a level that only Poppy and Xena themselves previously attained. The server was separated by layers, which we were directly controlled by Poppy and Xena, rather than being based around time and participation, as generally the case with gated servers. You had to apply to gain access to the parts of the server that were allowed deeper discussions to go higher. You required to be handpicked by ZMP. This is the only way information is... This is one way information flow is controlled by ZMP, but the main way information is controlled is through the implication and emotional manipulation. See, one thing that Poppy loves to say is that she can't control anyone, because if she could, then no one would have left or said what they said. The part of this is that is true is that Poppy and Xena rarely have to directly ask anyone to do, say, or believe anything. That's because the consequences of disagreement are shunning and verbal abuse. Xena will scold people all the time for reading any of the documents or posts from others or watching any of the videos. Poppy joins in, even if she is usually not the one to start it. I was subjected to this a lot, despite initially being the one who was asked and trusted to keep tabs on what the quote stalkers were up to. It is because of this conflict that while I was often up to date on public actions, the actual content of the documents I didn't fully read, because ZP would often be upset if I paid too much attention. Which is crazy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I was if somebody like dropped a document on DZ and it was like DZ is this evil, racist abuser, I wouldn't just be like, I feel like I would read it. I feel like I would read it. I don't know. I would just want to know, you know. I would just be curious about if that was true or not. It is true, obviously. DZ is very racist, sexist, misogynist, and transphobic. This is all true. You don't have to read the document. Trust me when I say that. But I would want to read it probably. Like, you got to live for the tea. You got to be in the know. Of course, their justification for this is my mental health would worsen if I read those things, and they were just protecting my interests by scolding me. While there is definitely a negative effect on the psyche from being in so many negative spaces, to entertain the idea that negativity could come from the possibility of the claims being true was avoided. Additionally, Xena and Poppy both relied on others to inform them of what was being shared and also being extremely cold when they did. Xena and Poppy are masters at priming their friends, audience, and lovers. That is why the few who did read any percent of the claims only did so after Xena and Poppy provided their counter evidence. This ensured that no one would be swayed by the claims themselves, as it was, quote, already proven incorrect. The other thing that I think is really funny is that they're worried about Sage's mental health, but wasn't Sage one of the ones that had to go and read Kiwi Farms? It's like, we're really concerned about your mental health, Queen, but go and read the Kiwi Farms thread where everybody is shitting on you nonstop. That's really good for your mental health, I'm sure. We're really concerned. Good one. Oh, dude, this is gonna put me into a fucking early grave. That's so funny. I'm so concerned for your mental health. Please catalog all of these very nasty screenshots and posts about you, but don't look too far into it. Oh, that's funny. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm fine. Oh, all right, we're almost done. Everything I did and said was of my own volition, but I was heavily coerced through Xena and Poppy's use of hot, cold attention. Writing my document was something that I began, but once Poppy was aware I was doing it, she gave plenty of suggestions on what to include and provided the screenshots to help shape the narrative. It was her idea to include my situation with Aztec in there when it wasn't relevant. Even though I wanted to just move on, a lot of my individual beliefs, to my understanding, the Aztec thing was the jerking off in the Discord call. That could have been an email, but a lot of my individual beliefs about the way that people behaved, or I wish that I wasn't having a stroke right now. A lot of my individual beliefs about ways that people behaved or were came directly from Poppy and Xena. Gayfesh being a chaser, something Xena made an entire argument for. Sex pestery by the former mod, something Poppy crafted out of nowhere. A former mod being a danger to her child first came out of Poppy's mouth in calls. Some of the most horrible actions I took can be traced back to earlier things that they had said outright or suggestions that they made in discussions that, while technically weren't directions, gained a lot of positive affection after I did. I mentioned one night in a call how good I am at finding people's information online. You'd be shocked how a lot of people are at this and just how unsecured your information is. This led to a night where Poppy, Xena, and Annie, the pedophile, and others instigated me to look up the legal names and addresses of nearly every person who ever wronged them. The justification was for safety, but it was entirely so they'd know where to send any documents designed to harass. This, too, was a memory hold from everyone's mind and justified through the disincentivizing any access to outside information. This is not to say that Poppy and Xena never used traditional methods of information control. After the breakup, they forced a loyalty test on one of my closest friends, the same one they'd given access to Poppy's platform to, or excuse me, their platform to. They had to choose between remaining in my Discord server or them. This was done to everyone else in the inner circle too. They weren't controlling who they couldn't be around. It was just a security measure, you see. It only had incidental effect on isolating me and my friends and turning them against me. This wasn't our goal, we promise. They did the same thing with other members of the server initially and shortly after our breakup, but even recently as well. The first situation began with a member of my streaming community being singled out and banned for being in my Discord. When a member of the foundation was friends with that person, spoke up against about it. They were banned. Recently, a member spoke up against Poppy and Xena for their abuse against Spawn before leaving. In their response, Poppy essentially threatened lawsuits against anybody who openly agreed with that now former server member. It is impossible to overstate the level of harm that Xena and Poppy do to their community and the horrible ways that they treat those close to them. Standard practice is that you never know what it is that they actually want, and they treat you seemingly at random to keep you from ever knowing anything important. All right, we're almost done. In closing, I understand that much of what I'm saying is anecdotal. That's by design. Most of what Xena and Poppy do or say in calls is preventing a lot of paper trail, and Poppy regularly uses redact to erase the Discord messages. It is also standard practice to remove channels from the Discord server and replace them with fresh ones. They keep all of them locked in a Polygon, but for everyone else, the records are no longer accessible. I get that for a lot of people, especially those close to them, this will never be enough. Those closest to them are being convinced that they can do no wrong, and ZMP's persecution complexes fuel that belief. The narrative or rewriting ZMP do is incredibly strong and difficult to see through, especially because these types of people tend to keep in their inner circle or young, inexperienced, or people pleasers like myself. I also didn't they say at one point that they keep like Annie away from the minors in the Discord server? But they're like the people that we keep closest are young people. Nice. Very cool. When we broke up, the narrative was rewritten to be that I was the cheater in the relationship, despite Poppy verifiably cheating on me essentially from the get-go. Did I fuck up in how I approached Polly a few times over the course of these years? Yeah, I did, but I never acted out of line from the precedent that was set by Poppy's own actions. Everything around Spawn was twisted to be an over-exaggeration of, quote, normal parenting, housemate dynamics, and unfortunately, so many of the community have too much family trauma to see that. To them, the idea of preventing a shower in a bathroom use during designated times, controlling internet use is, quote, punishment for not doing household chores and well enough, and getting into screaming matches over minor things are normal. To be clear, none of it is normal. I may have come from parents who are relatively helicoptery, but not in the way that ZMP treated Spawn was normal. If you are in a similar relationship with your family or partners, I want you to know that's not okay and you deserve better. Very true. That's insane. Literally, that's like a fucking go to jail type shit. Like, I would freak the fuck out. She has already taken to weaponizing her identity against Michigan's licensing board to claim that filed reports are false reports made of transphobia, and I'm sure she will do the same here. The violations of HIPAA will be hand-waved and ignored on the assertion that everything was above board despite violating the law in several ways. Diagnosing her friends and partners is twisted in helping out others rather than the obvious abuse of power that it was. There's so many more things that I could speak to, but I won't because I don't have permission from the relevant parties to share. To go through every anecdote would take forever because of how many there are. I will never be able to go into every detail because it's too exhaustive. Every day I recognize a new part of the puzzle, having been part of the control, abuse, or manipulation, and every day I feel extremely stupid for not seeing it sooner. You lose the forest through the trees. It happens to the best of us. I've done a lot of work to try to repair some friendships, to make amends where I can, but I will never be able to undo the harm that I've done, and I can only hope that in shedding light on how this happened, more people can be prevented from being where I was at only a year ago. And that's all she wrote. Yeah, I think that it's actually crazy. That's criminal. That's illegal. That's insane. We should be, surrounded by padded walls if this is our standard operating procedure. I again, like, nothing but the best for Sage, bro. Get out and run. Get out and never look behind you. You're doing great, Queen. You're doing great. Head up. Cook them alive, dude. That's kind of the outcome that I think that everybody wants for anybody that's been involved in this. Except for Annie, of course. Annie can fuck right off. And so can fucking Willie or whatever the fuck that dude's name is. Those two can eat craw. But genuinely, like, it's very sad that something that was like so well intentioned to be like a community for, trans people, neurodivergent people, mentally ill people, whatever, to kind of find community and get to know each other and, share information and all this other shit, turned into this like weird fucking sick freaks, like twisted, demented, like attention that she never got when she was younger. Right. Like, I think it's very obvious that, people only exist insofar as to fulfill a need, and it's really disgusting and pathetic and sad to see that somebody who is pushing 50 years old has to find all of this validation online, because no one who is their peer, either in age, or status or location or anything like that, would ever want to be around them. Usually you can tell very quickly that people are complete and utter fucking losers in real life when they build their entire fucking community online, when the only relationships they have are online. That is a red flag. There is a reason that nobody in real life wants to touch this person with a 10-foot pole. There is a reason that nobody will date them in their local area. There's a reason that nobody their age wants to be their friend. It's because something's wrong. It's because something is wrong with them, okay? Like, it's it's very sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. And I think that we're lucky that there are not more dead people at the feet of Poppy's Goon Throne. Quite crazy, if you ask me. Quite crazy, if you ask me. Crazy. Wow. Oh, what a good time, guys. What a good time. What a good time. How fun. How fun. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling? How is everyone feeling? Is everybody having fun? Everybody having fun? Oh, all right. Let's see. Where are we here? Let's Scoochie Poo back up, guys. Yeah, rest in peace, Orb Weavers. I love them very much. They'll come back, I'm sure, at a later date. They'll come back, sure. They always do. Oh. Oh, la la la. The Shape of Malcolm. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, from Sage. To clarify, Poppy gave me my own account, not hers. The first screenshot is a reset. Were you able to see notes out of curiosity? Were you able to see progress notes, or did you just get information? Was it like a secretary setup? Just out of curiosity. I'm glad that you're feeling much better, Sage. I'm glad that you're feeling much better. What's up, Jaden? I hope that you're well, bud. Good to see you. Long time no see. Long time no see. Everyone's doing horrid. Everybody's doing great. Oh, bro. Don't remind me about the unwashed dildos. Stop. Bro, don't bring up the unwashed dildos again. Don't do it. I was able to access notes, but I never read them. Yeah, that's insane. That's like hella fucking illegal. That's fucking crazy. Like, I think that there's a pretty substantive difference between like if you have a secretary and the secretary has like access to like insurance information, or like contacting them to be like, yo, your insurance bounced or whatever, or I need to contact your insurance. Like, that's one thing. But like a secretary should not be able to access like therapy notes and shit. That's actually fucking insane. That's pretty crazy. And never mind again that like this is, you know, like a pro bono, like this is my Discord girlfriend that's doing this. This isn't even like a fucking secretary. That's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's actually insane. Yeah. Did you see that Food Chops is co-signed by Destiny now? I meant what I said when I said it to Food Chops. What was it? A little over 2 years ago now. I meant what I said when I told Food Chops to rope. I meant what I said. And that still remains true. Food Chops is a fucking degenerate pedophile that deserves nothing but isolation and loathing and woe in their life. And anybody who gives Food Chops attention should be met with the same fate. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, girl. Pretty crazy. Somebody said that the other day, and I was like, Food Chops? I haven't heard that name in years, bro. Haven't heard that name in years, bro. Haven't heard that name in years. Also, somebody in Discord earlier was sending me, they were sending shit where fucking Annie was like talking shit about me. Where was that? Who sent that? That was Arby, wasn't it? Arby? Arby, are you in here? I don't know if I'm going to be able to fucking find this now. Wow, this is a strong message. Wow.
Wow! This is a strong message!
Like, what? Oh, it's right here. This one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Was it Arby? I think, yeah, it was. It was Arby. It was Arby. So Annie says, regarding your, quote, good faith comment, tell me what reason do I have to approach someone like Malcolm in good faith? I will never approach you in good faith, Annie. You're a fucking pedophile. This is someone who has chosen to pedo jacket me based on the fact that an actual pedophile grew me into believing I was one. And this is what, and when this was pointed out, Malcolm's response was to double down and not give a fuck that he was aiding in a sexual predator who has gone on to groom multiple minors and leak their revenge CSEM. And he literally admits that she's a fucking I'm a map. You're literally a fucking pedophile. That's what a map is. You're a self-admitted map. You are a pedophile. It's not pedo jacketing if the jacket fits. You're just a pedophile. You have on the Letterman's jacket with a big old P on it. Okay? That's not pedo jacketing if the jacket fits. This is addition to him setting a call-out thread about me written by a different Nazi pedophile who who is grooming his underage sister. I mean, I guess it takes one to know one. So, I mean, if the information is proven to be correct, the information is proven to be correct. And, you know, I literally, even without the fucking shit from the Discord server, it's literally, I am a map, says Andy Gallagher at ad nauseum. So, very funny. Very funny. What reason do I have to engage with someone like this in good faith? Never engage with me ever, please. Be long gone. Or to assume that there's plausible deniability for him. Am I supposed to engage in good faith with the man who will support child predators to one up someone they don't like for clout? What clout, bitch? No one knows who you are. If I had any reason to think that Malcolm was a genuine actor, I could stretch my suspension of disbelief and assume that maybe it's a coincidence that someone frequently accused of being a trans med who also calls queer people sex pests for wanting accommodations.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Genuïnapsa. No talla adult toys ara safa tu usa. Somaget molt diavant if you cleantem. Always research your adult toys and always cleantem.
Thank you, Layla, for preventing moldy pussy. Everybody witness, thank you. So really quickly here. Me being accused of being a trans med has nothing to do with you, like, being a pedophile. Even if I was a trans med, that doesn't, like, somehow negate these allegations, so that doesn't work. And calls queer people sex pests for wanting accommodations for disabled people at Pride. My exact statement is, and it is, like, literally right here. Where is it? Somebody screenshotted it. Where is it? It's right here. I said, needing a quiet area to not be assaulted by ear-fucking music, smoke, and visuals is less than having a tail butt plug, full gimp suit, and a ball gag, obviously. Reasonable accommodations do not exist for sex pests, and this is in relation to Kink at Pride discourse. Yeah, it is not a reasonable accommodation for you to be in a fucking gimp suit and getting fisted in the middle of Pride. That is not a reasonable accommodation. I would love for you to cite for me in the ADA where it says that getting fisted in public is a reasonable accommodation. I would love for that to happen. And then talking about how I made fun of Calvin Guerra for stopping taking tea when Calvin Guerra was like, anybody who doesn't take testosterone is a trans trender, and then he stopped taking tea. It's like, okay, if the shoe fits. So I'm curious to see if you have an actual response now that I've given you the attention that you desired. Let's see if there's anything else good in here. What else have you procured for me? What else have we procured? Nothing really good. Nothing really good. Sad. Oh, sad. The pedophile does not like me. I'm very upset. I will lose many hours of sleep over this. This will keep me awake for days, unfortunately. It's crazy. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work, bro. Yeah, very cool. Again, it's very funny that, you know, for the longest time it was like, if you're not on testosterone, you're a transgender. And then he, like, went off of testosterone. Crazy. Or like when he made that video about, who was it? I think it was Noah. And he was, like, making fun of Noah for being fat. And now he's fat. Like, how the turns have tabled. You know, if it's like, I hate fat people. Fat people are so gross. Ew, fat people. And then it turns out that you're like 600 fucking pounds. It's like, yeah, I'm going to make fun of you for that. That's so funny. That's so funny. You hate fat people so much. You were so scared of the fat people. You ignored the fat person in the mirror. Like, that's hilarious. That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. That's honestly so fucking hilarious. It's so funny. It makes me laugh every time I think about it. Every time I think about it, it makes me laugh. Yes. If you're going to call people who don't take testosterone transgenders and then you stop taking testosterone, ding, 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 we have a zinger. We are locked and loaded and ready to go. Got him. Okay. Got it. I have anything else? I don't think that I really had anything else. I think that's really all I had. What's been going on YouTube, you guys? What's been going on YouTube? Oh, Connor Points also did a interview with RGR. Haven't heard that name in years. Somebody wanted me to watch this fucking Doodle Tones video, but it's It's an hour and a half long, so that's certainly not going to happen today. But I have that bookmarked. It's in here. I do have that bookmarked. That's in here. That is in here. Yeah, dude. We'll continue to bully Lio. Very true. Very true. Bullying the bully is actually, that's like what Robin Hood did, right? Like bullying the bully. We're basically Robin Hood, aren't we? Did someone get baptized at SeaWorld? Yeah, it was your mom. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. That was a good one. You walked right into that one, but I'm sorry. Let's see what Xanderhall's been up to. He's alive right now. What's Xanderhall doing? Dude, we're mogging Xanderhall into use. That's awesome. Let's see. What has Xanderhall been up to? Do we have anything good on here? Trump is already rigging the next election, you guys. That's crazy. Melanie Mack is the queen of lazy homophobia. Tesla could destroy Elon Musk's company. Oh. Wow, Xanderhall. This is really pressing stuff. I really care. I really care a lot. I really care a lot. Who the fuck is hitting? I don't know who any of these bitches are. I don't know who any of these bitches are. I don't know. I don't know. You guys are like speaking fucking Chinese to me. No idea what you're talking about. Not a clue. Not a clue. The Destiny stuff is crazy. I obviously keep up on that, but I watch it off stream. Obviously, I keep up on that, but I watch it off stream. I don't know who the fuck all these bitches are. I don't know, dude. Everybody's got some stupid fucking name too. It's like Goofy Weasel Turd 123 is back, and I'm like, should I know who that is? Should I know who that is, bro? Should I know who Silly Weasel Turd 21 is? I should know. I should know who that is. Okay. I should definitely know who that is. Oh, the debate about the foot fetish? Bro, don't cite the ancient magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. Do you know who talked to Riley before she brought on Doe and committed, like, live suicide in 4K? It was me. I was the person that Riley talked to before that conversation. You literally hear Doe say in the beginning of that conversation, I heard that you talked to Malcolm. How was that? Guess who that was, bitch? It was me. Don't cite the ancient magic to me, bitch. I was there when it was written. Okay? I was there. I was locked in. I was live. I watched Riley panic stream for 8 fucking consecutive hours. I was there. I was there. I was there. I was there for it. I was present in the moment of history. I was there. I've never felt more alive. I was there. Yes, that's me. That's crazy. It's me. I'm Malcolm. Isn't that so weird? Isn't that crazy, bro? Are you guys surprised? That's so weird, isn't it? That's so weird. Dude, I was literally at ground zero. It was crazy. It was crazy. I also know who this Truly person is either. Isn't Truly the other fucking person that Lio is trying to move in with him right now? Isn't Truly the other one that Lio is trying to move in right now? Well, I'm sorry. It's alleged that Lio is trying to move this one in. There was somebody who is like trans and has a GoFundMe or something like that. And the address on the GoFundMe was updated to like where Lio lives or something like that. Is that the same one? Is that the same one? My name is actually Maverick. I didn't know how to tell you guys, but my name is Maverick. What's another stupid M name? Malachi. No, that's way too trans. That's way too trans. Malachi is way too trans of a name. Names that start with M. Malachi is way too trans. Maxwell, also too trans. Maddox, way too trans. Mary, that's me. That's me. That's me. My name is Mary. Yes. Yes. Mungo. Truly is the person who was bullied by the ACC, and yes, her GoFundMe is linked to Lio's address. Okay, so why the fuck is Lio? What is up with Truly? What's going on with Truly? Fill me in. Tell me about Truly. Talk to me about Truly. What's going on with Truly? Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, what's going on with Chuli? I've seen a lot of people posting about Chuli. What's up with this? Yes, true. My name is Melissa. Correct. My name is Melissa. True. That is me. Miss Melissa. That's me. You will address me as such. What is Chuli's deal? What is Chuli's deal? Is there like a YouTube video that will tell me about this? Chuli. Yeah, tell me about this. Chuli was sexually harassed by men in the ACC as a minor. Love Miss Molly. Very true. Very true, Rose Weaver. You know me and Molly are tight. Got hella bullied by the ACC, and there was a definite race element, but her video is 2 hours long. I'm not in the mood for a 2-hour Chuli video. Not interested in that. Not interested in that. But maybe at a later date. Maybe at a later date. Who the fuck is hitting? Who the fuck is hitting? You guys are speaking like a foreign language to me. I don't know who the fuck you guys are talking about. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Fagos, junkie, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I honestly have not a single clue what you're talking about. Well, I've heard around the grapevine that everybody's trying to like scapegoat Ponder, and Ponder hasn't really done anything. I think truthfully, Ponder's greatest sin is being like really cringe and really annoying and really gay. But I don't think that Ponder has really done anything to the degree that everybody else has. And it sounds to me around the grapevine that they're trying to position it so Ponder is taking the fall for whatever the fuck is going on right now. And I understand why, because we can't let Lyle get hit with any projectiles because he'll die immediately with his frail heart and nearly collapsed aorta. But to my understanding, they're trying to position it so Ponder is going to take the fall, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Anyway. Hidden is a YouTuber that screams to win arguments. Oh, based. Shut the fuck up, Bloody Teeth. I hate you. Yeah, Ponder's just cringe, and I would agree Ponder's greatest sin is like not stepping, just like cringe, gay, like, you know, millennial white woman coded, like very cringe, very gay. But I don't think that Ponder has really done much of anything to my understanding. Obviously, if there's something crazy, if there's some crazy nuke that I don't know about, I'll rescind that statement. But it sounds to me like Ponder's like greatest sin is just being really fucking cringe and a millennial white woman. And, you know, may he who is among us cast the first stone, you know, without sin, or whatever the statement is. But yeah. No. Not Lyo, though. Lyo was very close to death. He has very serious health issues because of his chronic obesity. What is Chuli doing right now? Like, what are we talking about? Because I don't want to stream tonight because I have no fucking idea what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I don't know what's happening. Do I not get any sound? Is there no sound to this? Oh. There's like no audio, bro. I'm clicking through this video. There's no fucking audio. Wow. Great idea. Great stream snipe. There's literally nothing happening. I can't even hear it. Crazy. Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah. I don't know shit about it, bro. I don't know shit about it, bro. I don't know shit about it. I just work here. I don't know nothing about it. No, anybody who is friends with Lyo, I would consider to have a severely broken moral compass. Certainly. Certainly. I would seriously consider anybody who has, you know, who is friends with Lyo Convoy to have a severely broken moral compass, yes. I would consider that to be accurate. You need a whole ass stream to learn it. Yeah, well, yeah, I imagine. Like that's how it feels with any of this shit, bro. Like I understand why nobody wants to touch this shit. Like I think it was fucking Chud Logic, wasn't it? They got sent Lao Convoy shit a while ago. And Chud Logic was like, I don't even know how to begin to do this because it's like there's so much shit. Like even just, you know, listening to any of these calls or anything, it's like I have to learn, you know, 35 other fucking players to even understand some of the lore, right? Like I'm like I don't know. I don't know. There's too many players involved. How long is this video? What time is it? How long have we been here? It feels like an eternity. I'll tell you what. You guys let me know what you want to do. I'm gonna start a Q&A. What do you guys want to do? We can do some more stuff, but I'm gonna start this. The Q&A tab, use the Q&A tab. I have the Q&A tab open so your shit doesn't get lost in chat. So if you are in live chat and you're putting suggestions, I'm not going to fucking see them. If you have a suggestion, put it in the Q&A chat. If it's not in the Q&A chat, it's going to get lost, okay? So don't clog up the Q&A chat and don't put your suggestions in the general chat, okay? You guys can decide what you want to do. We can do one more thing. There's a couple of you know, ancient Lio calls or whatever that we could watch, or we could do something fun. You know, we could watch like old Poppy and Xena content. We could do, you know, like a Riley Elena video or something like that. You guys think about it. Because I have to go piss, girl, and I need more electrolytes. Okay, so you guys think about it. You decide what you want to do. The Brad Taste in music, we could also do that. That is another thing. So you guys think about it. I'll be right back. Everybody behave. I'm going to put your key jangling on for you guys. Let me know what you guys want to do. I'll be right back, okay? I'm getting more water. Going piss, girl. Everybody stretch. Everybody get up. Touch grass. Blah, blah, blah. I'll be right back, okay?
In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. Yo, we thuggin', never gonna stop. Yo, we thuggin', never gonna stop. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. Yo, we thuggin', never gonna stop. Yo, we thuggin', never gonna stop. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. Yo, we thuggin', never gonna stop. Yo, we thuggin', never gonna stop. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. In the night we ride, no fear inside. State of mind, we breaking. Yo, we thuggin', never gonna stop. 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 Yo, we thuggin', never.
Dude, I would do anything for a cough drop right now. Literally anything. I don't have any. I ate them all. I would do anything. Okay. What are our suggestions here? Fuck. You want to party? Okay. Internet cult stuff. Lio calls. Brad Taste. Brad Tent. No, bro. Everybody bullied me the last time that I fucking played Roller Coaster Tycoon. Everybody bullied me and made fun of my park. So I won't be doing that again. You guys were very cruel about my park. So I don't know. Let's see. I know, I'll terrorize you guys with rave videos. I have a few good ones. I have a few good ones for you guys. I only have a few though, so DZ can calm down. I don't remember what this one is though, but that's okay. Let's see. How long is the Jibs call? I had that one saved. How long is that one? It's this one. Hang on. Let me see how long this call is. Fuck, it's a web archive link. I hate these fuckers. They're so slow.
I'm going to preface this video.
Oh, it's only 25 minutes. I guess that's doable. I just need to do this so I can use my 2x speed extension. Hang on. Video speed controller. 2x. No, 1.5. 1.5. Is this going to work?
I'm going to preface this video.
No, let me refresh. I have it on. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be pissed. 2x. Dude, the Wayback Machine is so fucking slow. I hate this shit.
I'm going to preface this video.
Is it not? Is my fucking... Really? Reload the page for the 8th fucking time? Oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out, bro. I'm gonna freak out, bro. This is a 20-minute video, but if I can't 1x or 1.5 it, I'm gonna crash out.
I'm going to preface this video.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. We'll crash out together, girly pops. That's fine. Okay, what rave videos do I have for you guys? Hang on. I have a few. Okay. Okay, so this is the mosh pit that my wife was too scared to enter, which is so gay. So you can see it's like the largest men you've ever seen in your entire life, just like beating the shit out of each other. Very sad. Very sad that my wife did not want to participate in that. Very sad. Very sad. And this was hilarious. So this is like inside of the porta potties. The porta potties like vibrate. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's like insane. Like that rattling noise is the fucking porta potty shaking. It's awesome. Hello, Morale. How are you, my friend? I didn't get very many good wahs. What's this one? Is there a good wah on this one here? No. That's not a good one. This one isn't bad. Let's see.
Time to load the bucket!
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Those are okay. Those are okay. I didn't get very many good wahs. I've been trying to spend less time on, you know, like on my phone. I'm trying to be present, you know. I'm trying to be present in the moment. So I'm trying to spend less time on my phone, it shows. Not as many wahs, you guys. Not very many wahs. But we can hit the wah really quick just for you guys. I wonder if I have the video actually on my phone, because he played the Lord of the Rings remix again, and that shit always makes me crash out. Let me see if somebody saved that video. Somebody must have. Where is it? It's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, is it this one? Nope. It's got to be in here somewhere. I know there's a few of me barking like a dog. Those are in here too. It's going just fucking buck wild, bro. Buck wild. Buck wild. Where's the one of me barking like a dog, bro? That's a good one. No, not that one. No. Fuck. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Is it this one? No. Tragic. Tragic. That's okay. Yeah, bro. We got the vibrating porta potties. Very true. Very true, bro. Very true. Let's hit a wah. Let's hit a wah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like some emo music. I'm definitely a La Dispute girly. I think I saw you in my sleep, darling. I think I saw you in my dreams. You were stitching up the seams of every broken promise that your body couldn't keep. I think I saw you in my sleep. That's a good one. That's a good one. I can do the Midwestern emo shuffle like nobody's fucking business, bro. You'd be amazed. Okay, let's... We can't 1 point whatever this, but we're just gonna suffer, guys.
Saying that I shouldn't have had to even
This is the Jibs call. This is supposedly worse than I don't know. Every call we listen to is supposedly worse than the Rosa call. I think that one still takes the cake for me personally, but I've heard terrible things about this call. So this is somebody's retelling of their horrible interactions with Lio the Fat. Lio the Fat.
Make this video as...
And then hang on, let me share stream. Hang on. I think I saw you in my sleep, darling. I think I saw you in my dreams. Okay.
Hopeless Peaches, Lumi, and Cosmic had absolutely no right bringing this to the forefront. It completely disgusts me.
And then this is no. This is Crystal Flame, unfortunately. And sadly, I cannot fast forward this. I have my extension on, and it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. It's making me very sad that it's not working. It's making me very upset that my 2x speed extension is not working. But Crystal Flame is probably the slowest talking person in all of the Lio Convoy Extended Universe, which is very sad to me.
In every single way that they felt that they had the right to do such thing. This video is going to be very quick, but it is absolutely necessary. A friend of mine, known as Jibs, has had their story talked about and exposed without their permission as a gotcha against Lio. They had their story weaponized. This has been done by Hopeless Peaches, Lumi, and Cosmic. In this video, there's a few things that Jibs would like to make clear, and I would like to provide some context before handing the stage over to them. For context, Jibs confessed to Queen Seraphina that they were still in contact with their groomer and handed over a person's Discord tag to them. Jibs, to this day, heavily regrets this in every single way. Now,
also, why in this community is it like a failing on everybody that they like are still being groomed by their groomer? Like everybody's in trouble for being like the victim of grooming. Like in no other corner of the internet can you be groomed and then somehow it's your fault, which I think is fucking crazy, dude. I think that's insane. It's like everybody was mad at Jibs for being groomed. It's like, what did you just say? What are you talking about?
As many CSA survivors would understand, it's hard to make that disconnection from your groomer. As you may know, this is the effect that grooming has on people. Groomers will make you reliant on them, making you feel that you're nothing without them. This is easy to understand if you yourself are a victim of grooming. Lio and everyone else within this call did not give Jibs this understanding at the time. When this was told to Queen Seraphina, Jibs was brought into a call with Lio, Queen Seraphina, Hopeless Peaches, and many other Senate mods. In this call, Jibs was verbally abused, victim blamed, victim shamed. It was presented with footnotes from Lumi, Hopeless Peaches, and Cosmic. They got information wrong, misconstrued a lot of facts, and outright added allegations which are not true. They also dragged and presented personal information about Jibs' family which isn't true in any degree. They had absolutely no right to release this video.
I would like to preface this with the fact that I was never reached out to by any of the people who released this information. This was done without my consent, and if I had been reached out to, I would have said no, as many people who I have spoken with about this topic are aware of. Also, my pronouns currently are he, they, and my pronouns at the time of this call were they, them. She, her is used in this call to refer to me, which is not correct, but was also not malicious or intentional.
Bloody Teeth, what's the food shop Dickers debate? When is that from? I see you in the Q&A. I would probably rather watch that than this. This is giving me cancer. What do you... Tell me about this. Link this to me, please.
And due to that fact, I'm not okay with people using this to claim transphobia. On top of that, before we dive into this call, I would like to provide some much needed context. What happened was that I had kept contact with Vita secretly, and during this time, Vita requested that I give him the Discord information of an individual who was a minor at the time, so that they could chat, and I gave it to him. I do not stand by my actions from then, and I think that is clear in...
How long ago was the Dickers debate? Bootstrap's unlisted it. Well, then why the fuck would you recommend it as something to watch if it's unlisted, Bloody Teeth? Do you not have the link?
The fact that I had confessed all of this rather than keeping it hidden. And I did take actions after what I did to have contact between this individual and Vita cut off.
Oh, it's right here. It's right here, buddy. It's right here. Is it this one? Debate with Dickers on Destiny doxing. Is it that one? Is that the one?
Once I confessed to this in a DM with Queen Seraphina, I was told there would be a call. This was that call.
Okay, so
Oh, here we go. We're
a year and a half ago, when Lisa came to us about saying that Vita was talking to her. That's what we're talking about, right?
I believe so, yes.
Can you please sit closer to your mic?
I'm sorry. I'm like right next to my mic.
Guess there's some mic connection. If you can, if not, raise your voice.
Yeah, I turned up my input a bit, if that helps.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I just got a new mic. So.
how did you get all these logs?
Weighing in at 9,241 pounds, Lyle Convoy enters the ring with a steel chair and an inhaler and a CPAP machine.
I had an alt account I used back then to speak with Vita.
So a year and a half ago, you were still speaking with Vita.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, child. Why are you getting groomed? This is a moral failing on your part, child.
I think I didn't want to do the work to...
Also, this is boring. I need to put solitaire on the screen. This is so boring. Wow, this is boring. This is boring. You guys can watch me play solitaire instead. Oh, Jumping Shark. You are too kind. Thank you, Jumping Shark.
Who is this Calvin Garrar? Who is he?
Everybody witness. Extra, extra, extra bathroom time for Jumping Shark. Witness, please. Yeah, this is boring. You guys get to watch me play solitaire instead. This is what you guys get. Okay, where the fuck did the video go? Okay, here it is. Sorry.
You have to cut him off. I didn't want to have to deal with that.
Even though we had a very long call with you and Sarah about it, we still kept talking to him even after that.
Yes.
Even after we told you if we found out you were doing it again, we'd have to contact your family.
Yes.
You want to explain?
Dude, that's so funny. That's so funny. You're getting groomed, and if you don't stop getting groomed, somehow we're gonna get you in trouble. This guy's insane, bro.
To me exactly what is so valuable about Vita that was important to do?
I'm not exactly sure now.
Here you are.
Here
you are. There's no way you didn't weigh this. I'm sorry, but there's no way. No way. Because you know that your family's garbage. You know they'd probably hurt you if this happened. So you had a thought process, and I'm not going to sit here and allow you to lie to me. I already allowed that enough plenty, apparently. You're going to tell me the reason.
This is nuts.
Within the call, there was a common tactic used where Lyle Convoy would provoke the idea of contacting my family as a looming threat throughout the whole time when he was dealing with my case. The idea was that if I stepped out of line by contacting Vita, my parents would be contacted and told about it. While I understand the sentiment behind this, he knew I had a complicated relationship with my parents. He knew that things at home were difficult at the time for me, and that did not stop him from claiming he would contact them. So the fact that he was willing to potentially put me at risk scared me at the time.
Also, like, again, imagine you're, like, trying to help somebody. Like, this is... And again, it was the same thing with Jordan, too, in the Ichabod call, where it's like, we're blaming a literal child for being a victim in this situation. It's like, they were quite literally joking about, like, Jordan being, like, a star of Girls Gone Wild. It's like, I bet you just love getting all these dick pics from older guys. And it's like, this is like the, like, victimized, groomed minor that you're trying to help, and you're making it their fault that they got groomed. It's like fucking deranged, dude.
To add on to this, there was a claim made within the video where they said that my parents were physically abusive to me. This isn't true. I suffered from emotional abuse and medical neglect, but not physical abuse. Again, Lyle was fully aware of this at the time as well.
Did you like the attention? Is that what is it?
Yeah, you're just such a whore.
Like the sedation EQ?
Yes, minor that was groomed. You were such a whore. I fucking hate this guy.
That was probably it, I'm pretty sure.
How old were you when that happened?
17.
You were still a minor.
Yes.
When did you actually cut him off?
A common theme with my experience is that any time I would relapse to my abuser at the time, Vita, it was held against me. They accused me of only doing this for attention and that I had malicious intentions, when I wasn't and didn't. I acknowledge that this was a betrayal of trust, and for that I have repeatedly apologized. But to frame it as anything more
Now, tell daddy that you're sorry for getting groomed, kitten. That's fucking insane. Apologize for being groomed. Like, fuck this guy, dude. Fuck this guy.
than a victim relapsing into old behaviors is untrue. I was trying to escape, but as a victim of abuse, it's so hard to break that cycle. It's something you need to rip apart.
This is your savior of the beaten and the damned, the guy who's like literally just stopped getting groomed 5 head. What a genius.
Bit by bit, and it's not going to go perfectly the first time, or even the second. A
Oh my
groomer
God,
is
I
like
suck
a
at
parasite.
solitaire.
They build up your
I
trust,
suck.
isolate you from everyone else, and force you to be reliant on them so that you'll never leave. It's such a horrible cycle that's very hard to escape.
Ugh.
The key difference I did notice, and the fear that I had with this information coming to light, though, was the reason behind the fear was different per person. With Queen Seraphina, I was scared of her being disappointed in me for not being honest with her. But with Lio, I was scared of my parents being called. I was scared of him shouting, berating, and shaming me. And my fear was repeatedly justified as everything other than my parents being called happened.
I believe it was a day or so before I turned 18.
What was the final straw?
I don't remember exactly.
I'm not buying that. Not today. You've lied to me plenty of times. You sat there and thrown my trust in the garbage, so you're going to give me a doggone answer. I am not going to accept I don't know and I don't remember.
Gosh diddly darn it, you're gonna flip and answer me right now. Holy flip. I fucking hate this guy.
I'm not stupid, and you will not treat me
You
like
are
I
stupid. You're pretty fucking dumb, bro.
answer.
I know, I am just genuinely trying to remember some pieces of it. I tried to
Why don't you go to the logs and figure it out, since you clearly have them?
The logs on my alt account only go for so long.
Dude, I'm
because
so
then
ass at
it was
solitaire.
just- it
Fucking
was
kill
no
me.
longer on Discord, it was
This is
on
embarrassing.
iMessage, and
I don't want you guys watching me play solitaire anymore. Now I'm embarrassed. I haven't even won one game. You guys, this is the worst day of my life. It's terrible. This sucks.
I had completely deleted everything off of iMessage, and it's been over 40 days, so I cannot recover those.
So you can't remember why you cut off this child predator. Yet for the life of you remember.
I don't remember what the exact last straw was or exactly why I did it, the exact day I did.
When did you turn 18?
March 1st, last year.
Of last year?
Yes.
So from your 17th to your 18th, you were still talking to this guy, sitting in this server, knowing full well you shouldn't have been doing it.
Yes.
Why'd you bring this up today?
The reason I struggled to answer the question within the call is that there wasn't a particular defining event that I could pinpoint. The most I could do, now that I've reflected on things, is draw parallels to when I turned 18, as that was symbolic for me. I wanted to turn over a new leaf, start anew, and be better. So, being asked this question felt unfair because I couldn't give a specific answer at the time, given the pressure, the shame I felt, and the fear I had. It makes sense why I couldn't find the right words in that moment, especially with all the eyes watching me and expecting a quick, clear answer. I would like to say that most of the people here have apologized
How many people were in this call, do you wonder?
to me for how they conducted themselves within the extended version of the call. There's some cut content within this call, and I will be attempting to find it as I plan to make another reply, hopefully down the line. However, there's a list of people such as Busy Robot Hands, Queen Seraphina, Baiji, as well as some who weren't even present for the call like Drunkle and Monstrous, who I don't think should be dragged into this. These people have not only apologized in the past, but have also repeatedly been there to support and check in on me over time.
Feeling really awful about it for a while, and after watching the community stuff, Vita was mentioned, and
Yes, he was. You never did file a report against him, did you?
I started one, and then I checked.
That's a yes or a no question. That is not an
Jesus
essay
Christ.
question.
Jesus Christ.
No, I had spoken with
No.
some people, but
With some people. Who were some people?
I believe it was a deputy or a sheriff in his area.
And what did they tell you?
I believe they told me to keep contact with them and that we were going to do another call to go over everything, but I never did that.
For this section of the call, I want to clarify that I was in the process of attempting to file a police report against Vita. However, after the first call from my initial report, I panicked out of fear of my parents finding out, and out of stress of having to recount and present the trauma that I went through to the police, leading to me not following through with this report. After this call, I chose to reach out again to file a full report to the police, and this time I went through with it completely.
During all this, he's preying on another child. You're facilitating it.
And then we're gonna say that it's this person's fault. Are you for fucking real? Dude, it's your fault that other bitches got raped because you didn't report it. That's totally what you should say to people who are victims of like grooming and molestation and assault and rape. Like, it's your fault that you didn't report it. It's your fault that other people got raped because you didn't report it. How did anybody take this guy seriously, bro? For real? Like, how did anybody take this guy for real? Seriously, dude, what the fuck?
Then you hide it from us. So not only have you hidden your interactions with Vita, you hide the fact that he's preying on yet another child. Why?
Why?
I feel like this comment from Lio is incredibly unnecessary. I understand the risk I put the person in, and that them being groomed by Vita is something that could have happened due to my actions, and I still deeply regret it. However, they were never groomed, abused, or anything along those lines by Vita. The two simply played video games together and chatted. So it's really, really distressing that Lio would ever simply imply that I would try to put someone in the same position I'm in. It's not fair for him to say or do this, especially when it is not what happened.
Don't tell me you don't know. If you say that, I'm going to genuinely lose my mind on you.
I'm gonna lose my marbles.
I did not want to deal with the repercussions of my actions back then.
You didn't mind doing it. You just didn't want the consequences. But you like talking to a guy who likes to put his hands or wants to put his hands on children, slips into their DMs. You...
This person is the child that is being abused, dude.
I'm such a lesbian, I wouldn't like a guy.
What? Oh my god. Dude, what? Are you kidding me? You're a lesbian, therefore you couldn't have gotten groomed. You should have known better. Where's the one where he's... Hang on. Where's the video where he talks about him getting molested and that sexuality didn't matter? Where's that one? Where's that clip? That was in the jar call. Where is that one? It's this one. Hang on. Ow. I mean, Lio's not...
My grandfather was straight.
Oh, here we go.
Cinny could have groomed Inno because Cinny is a straight woman attracted to men and Inno's a girl. My grandfather was straight too, Jar. Didn't stop him.
Lio, are you... Literally, this is from the Just a Robot video that wasn't that long ago. And he was like, it didn't stop me from getting molested that my grandfather was straight. Like, he knows that sexuality doesn't matter when it comes to, like, sexual abuse. Like, and he's like, well, you're a lesbian. Like, he wasn't going to molest you. He was only going to molest others. This is crazy.
This was and is a very distressing point that was repeatedly made during my time in Senate and DMs with Lio. It also really shows that, despite having handled several grooming cases and communicating with the victims, Lio does not seem to fully understand how grooming works and what it does to a person. Lio equated me being groomed and taken advantage of by a man to me being attracted to men and thus being straight, invalidating my identity as a lesbian at the time. There's a big difference between being groomed and an actual genuine attraction to someone and building a relationship.
Well, and if we want to be really fucking pedantic about this, Predator Hunter Lio Convoy should know this above all else, is that like people that are predators usually act indifference to sex. That's why there's like a really overblown statistic that like most gay men are sexual predators or pedophiles. And it's just that most people that are sexual predators don't have a preference. Like statistics will show that, you know, people that are pedophiles, molesters, groomers, shit like that, they don't have a preference on gender. They just prefer like a smaller, weaker being. So like, you know, like anybody who has spent any time, you know, looking into any of this stuff, and I would imagine somebody who enters calls and says, I'm Lyle Convoy, I'm a pedophile hunter, and I hunt pedophiles, I would expect that person to know that just because somebody is like a lesbian doesn't mean that they couldn't have like a male groomer or, you know, groom a male just because they happen to be a lesbian. Just because, you know, people that are predators aren't really super hung up on the sex of the person that they're like predating upon. It's more just the opportunity. And that's pretty well established, but okay.
Lio and others in the Senate would invalidate that and say that I'm straight now because of my grooming, which is so distressing and disheartening even now looking back on it, that they would both invalidate my sexuality and try to equate my grooming to an actual relationship.
But you still have them in your life. Even after we tell you explicitly that that is unacceptable, after you thank us for getting you away from him, but you didn't actually get away from him, you just lied to everybody who cared enough to try to help you.
Oh, he's stroking out again, bro.
I swear to God, if the rest of you sit quiet this entire call, I'm going to remove every single one of you from staff. You people better start opening your mouths instead of leaving it to me every single time!
Imagine being Lyle Convoy's wife, and this is happening, and you're just like, honey, your blood pressure. Honey, I'm trying to watch Sopranos. That's so funny, dude. What a colossal pussy.
I'm sick of it! Every time we're doing something like this, every single time we have to handle this, I'm the only one doing it! Knock it off! If you don't want to handle stuff like this, leave!
I would like to raise...
I love the idea that Lyle Convoy is like intimidating to people because I would like piss my pants from crying and laughing so fucking hard, dude. I would literally piss myself from laughing so fucking hard if somebody talked to me like this in a Discord call. I literally would have tears in my fucking eyes. Like... He takes himself so seriously, and for what? He takes himself so seriously, and for what? This is the most serious call he's ever been in, and all he's doing is blaming a grooming victim for being groomed, and that requires this. That requires this. Okay. Okay. Sure, buddy. Oh, dude, that's something. That's something. Wow. Wow. That's funny. That's funny. Hang on 1 second. I gotta... Fuck. Wow. Wow. Hang on. I gotta... Fuck me. Hang on. Fuck. I gotta get rid of... I needed to take a screenshot of this for the thumbnail for this. Please excuse me as I... boomer post here. Give me a second, guys. I'm boomer posting. Hang on. What is this? Okay. Sorry. Thanks for your patience while I boomer my way through life. Let's continue.
Is the point that I did inform Lio and everyone else that people shouting at and around me is a significant trigger for me. It not only impacts me emotionally by increasing my anxiety, but also affects me on a physical level as I have POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome.
Damn, everybody has POTS these
When
days.
people shout around me, it can cause my heart rate to spike, which can lead to me experiencing heart attack-like symptoms and even passing out. Despite this, for a warning, Lio shouted around me throughout this call. Another thing to note is that this call, in the context of all the other calls I was the center of, was quite tame, as surprising as that might sound. The behavior, specifically that of yelling, and other calls that I was a part of was a lot worse than this one, and again, there's no excuse for it.
Oh, I have stuff to say later, but no.
I got shit to say, bro. Tag me in.
Really, you gave him another person.
Tag me in, bro. It's
Hello?
my turn to scream. Tag me in, bro. I'm ready to scream.
I don't know why I did.
Let me go, bro.
Don't
You don't know. You don't know.
mind.
Let me go off
No,
leash, bro.
you do know. You just don't want to say it.
Say it,
Again,
Bella.
none of us are shaming you for anything.
That's not true. You guys are like, stop being such a whore and getting groomed. It's your fault that other people are getting groomed because you didn't say anything about it.
Truth, right now, is as good as any.
You can't just float around in life going, oh, I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I did that. Jibs, stop it.
One point I would like to add here is that even with my story being dragged out, with the preface that is going to be censored, they failed to do even that. As you can hear, my name is mentioned here. So firstly, they took my story without consent. Secondly, they had no permission from me to do such a thing. If they had ever asked, I would have outright denied them because I didn't want this to be out there. And thirdly, they didn't even censor it correctly. They failed in every single aspect. Something that I would also like to add is that I would like it if my statements and experiences were separated from Peach's, Lumi's, and Cosmic's experiences as much as possible. Not only did I not approve of them sharing what I went through, but I did not and would never have approved of them using it in order to prove their own point, since they lacked evidence for some of their personal claims and saw my call as the next best thing.
Sorry.
Also, Lio did indeed apologize to me for this call. Emphasis on this call, and only this call. But only after he was told to do so by Peaches. As of now, the
Not
only
Peaches,
message
bro.
I have received from Lio reads, I'm sorry you got used as a cudgel against me. Genuinely.
The more you just don't say it, it's gonna get worse for you. If you just come out about it right now, it'll be
Like,
a lot better for you.
There is a saying, the truth will set you free. It's gonna set you free right now if you just come out about it. Really.
I genuinely don't know why I gave him.
No, I'm not gonna take that.
Oh my god.
I'm
chill,
sorry.
guys.
I'm not gonna take that answer.
Oh my god, chill.
Did you
guys.
just
What
want
the fuck?
Raven to feel like how you did?
No, that's definitely not it. I'm pretty sure he just asked me for it, and I just.
And you just gave her up to him.
But why? Why
Fuck
did you
you,
give
dude.
them the
You don't do things
information?
without thinking. You had a motive.
Yeah.
Did he threaten you or something? Is that what it was?
I genuinely don't remember.
Yes, you
Oh
do.
my god.
Just say it.
Say it,
I want
Bella.
to know what exactly it is about Vito you find so appealing. Because you apparently found him appealing enough to.
Dude, do you think that people that get like raped think that their rapist is hot? Like, this guy's fucking insane. This guy is genuinely sick in the fucking head. Like, what is so appealing about the person that groomed you? Do you even know how that works, dumb fuck? Oh my god, he's so stupid, bro.
Just trample over everybody who cares about you. So tell me, what about him is worth it? I want to know. Tell me. Do you want me to yell at you like I just did the rest of my staff?
Holy shit.
No.
Do you want me to go sicko mode on you, pussy? Because I will.
I recommend you stop hushing and you start talking.
Just stop being groomed.
I am so 100% done with this level of callous stupidity. I am.
Dear grooming victims, have you considered not getting groomed and maybe not being stupid? Have you considered that? Only stupid people get groomed. So it would be a shame if you got groomed because then you would be stupid. And you know what I do to stupid people? I scream at them on Discord calls while my wife knits in the next room. Come on.
100% done with it. I have been as
He's
patient
done.
as humanly possible
He's been
with
patient.
literally everyone concerning
so
all their
patient.
nonsense. And you are sitting here right now
Wow.
wearing that 100% thin. Start
Wow.
talking. You can talk to a person who wants to dick down little girls. You better start talking to me.
That's an insane statement. You can talk to people that want to fuck kids. You can talk to me. You want to talk to dog fuckers? Well, then you can handle me. What? That's an insane thing to say. That's an insane thing to say. That's an insane thing to say. That's crazy. Do you think that, does he think that like kids want to get groomed? Does he think they like get online and they're like, boy, oh boy, I sure hope that I don't run into any pedophiles? Like that's like they're genuinely like logging on and they're like, oh my God, I can't wait to run into people that dick down little girls. What the fuck, dude? I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. You guys are so lucky that I'm sick. This is so funny.
Another point I want to make is that during the time when Lio was proposing the idea of helping me, And I do agree that he has helped me. He did help me with my recovery process against my abuser. Behind
This is a
closed
lot of help.
doors,
This is
he
very
used very
helpful.
sexually explicit language to describe me and how my abuser saw me. One of
Oh.
the prime examples, which I don't have proof for as of yet, due to it being a private call, but I will be going through and trying to get my hands on
You
all
wa-
the archived calls,
You wanna?
is that he would say that I'm just a human fleshlight to Vita.
Ew. 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 Lyle Convoy.
Get fucked, get eradicated, get genocided. I don't care.
Bro. I really appreciate you coming forward with your story of horrific abuse and grooming, but have you considered that you were basically just like a dildo for them? Have you considered that? A little pocket pussy. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck?
Guys! Come back!
That's fucking insane, bro. Oh my god. Electric chair immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100. Literally strap him into the quadruple XL electric chair now.
I don't know how anyone would ever be able to say that to a human being, let alone a victim of grooming. Another point I want to make regarding handing over this Discord user's name to my abuser is that I tried my best to break off all communications between them. Again, I deeply regret what I did. I was struggling at the time and I wanted to make amends for my mistake, which I did in the end. Even
Bro, you're like 17 years old and getting mind fucked by somebody on the internet. You're like actively being groomed and it's like, sorry for being groomed. You don't have to apologize for
if
that.
it ended up in the actions in this call.
He gave me attention and the validation that I wanted back then. I did not. Every time I would try to cut him off, I would just feel like shit for a while, and I didn't want.
Oh, yeah, and he would also suicide bait. All these fucking idiots do this all the time where it's like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill myself. You know what you say if somebody says that to you? You say, you won't. Baby, if you leave me, I'm gonna fucking end it all. I don't have anything to live for without you. Okay, do a flip. Shout me out on your way down. Like, fuck you. No, dude. All these bitches are just trying to emotionally manipulate people. If you genuinely believe that somebody is going to kill themselves because you break up with them or you stop talking to them on Discord, just call a wellness check. Don't play these stupid fucking control games with people. That's what they want. They want control of the situation. They want to have the upper hand in the situation. They want to prevent you from leaving by any means necessary, including guilt. And, oh, you'll feel so guilty if I kill myself because we broke up. Do a gainer when you go, bro. And if you're really gonna do it, I'll call the cops right fucking now. Watch me.
Want to have to deal with that.
But now you magically can't remember why. Could it be because he was more interested?
No, because after I remember there was a point in which he had sent me messages of him talking to, and I told you guys that I suspected that was talking to him because of behaviors. And then that cold call.
Were you jealous that somebody else was also getting groomed? Is that what it was? You were jealous of the groomed, that you weren't getting groomed harder? Dude, draw and quarter this whore to the stocks.
Happened.
You lied to all of us.
Yes.
Did
I even had a call with you right after. I even had a call.
Fuck, is there anybody that wasn't groomed by Josh Vita? And this was like Lyle Convoy's best friend for how long? Like, your coveted pedophile hunter could not identify the pedophile that was standing next to him for 8 years. Incredible.
With you right after that, like, you know, we had, well, in the middle of that one, you know, I asked, is there literally anything you could tell us? And then we got into a private call afterwards where I asked you again, and you just didn't tell me. You didn't fucking tell me.
Did imply that she wanted to be with Vita or something?
No. Raven just was in the logs was just continuously wanting to be friends with Vita and play video games with him.
Why?
I don't know why.
And you didn't discourage it. You didn't say, ew, gross, he's a pedophile.
Busy Robot Hand speaking was also in conversations mocking this victim for being victimized. Busy was 33 years old here, blaming a then minor for not taking the grooming they didn't take seriously.
I hadn't directly told me she'd been talking with Vita. I only know because I had screenshots from Vita and I messaged her saying, "Hey, if you are talking to Vita, you shouldn't be." And I hope you tell me about something like that. I sent the screenshots to Sarah.
You're still in
Yeah,
contact.
Lyle has all of them. I gave them all to him.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm quiet because I'm trying to think about what I'm going to say next without.
Because my thing here is that regardless of like the context of what you tell us, regardless, you didn't inform any of us about it. You just let it happen. You let it happen.
You sit on it for a year and a half.
It's unacceptable.
Are you still in contact with her?
Of her added, but we haven't talked in a while.
That is not what I just asked you. I'm sorry. At what point did I say that I needed the specific details of everything? I just asked if you're still in contact. That's a yes or no.
That's a yes
The
or no,
questions Lio
bitch.
asked me were not simple yes or no questions. There are no straightforward answers because this situation is complicated. There are going to be nuances which are simple to understand, honestly. For Lio to reduce such a complex situation and shout at me because I didn't give the answers he wanted to hear just isn't okay.
Yes.
Message her right now, and you get her in this server.
Right
now.
Get in.
I will find her again, and I will call her parents on this call live.
Can I have an invite to the server?
Sarah,
I can get it.
So you're telling all of this now because you just feel bad because of all the stuff that went down with Coyote?
What they want to hear is you were right, Lio. You're always right, Lio. You're so stunning and brave and handsome and skinny and fit and loved by millions. That's what he wanted to hear. No, and the thing is with truly manipulative people, and we said the same thing with Poppy, and we can say the same thing with Lily, and we can say the same thing with every, emotionally manipulative abuser that exists and walks the face of the earth, is that there's no answer that is good enough. It does not matter what Jib said. It does not matter what Jordan said. It wouldn't have mattered. There is no right answer. Even pure capitulation would be met with this level of aggression because his rage is retroactively justified through his lack of action. First and foremost, he is mad at himself because he allowed all of this to happen, whether he is consciously aware of that or not. There is no response that any of these people could have given to Lio that would have prevented this outcome because he is deeply a manipulative and evil person. That is the truth of the matter. It wouldn't have mattered what Jib said. Jib could have said, blessed is the earth on which you walk, Lio Convoy. It is a blessing to share this mortal coil with you and you alone. And Lio still would have freaked the fuck out because he is a deeply unwell individual who only feels alive when he is eating a McQuad or when he is verbally berating the victim of abuse because it makes him feel powerful and in control because he has no control or power in any other aspect of his life. He is a complete and utter failure in every sense of the word, even down to the most basic form of control, which is your diet, restricting what you do and do not eat. And if you fail at that metric, there's no hope for the rest of you. He is a deeply, deeply, deeply unwell individual that would do very well with therapy, but unfortunately, he's probably got like 3 years left to live, and there's a lot to work through. I don't think that he'll get through in 3 years.
What went down with Coyote because Vita was brought up just reminded me of a lot of things because I hadn't had my mind on it for a while.
It must be really nice to just be reminded of it because it hasn't been on your mind. Whereas I, right down the hallway, am dealing with somebody who is still affected by his actions. Must be really freaking nice. Must be nice and.
Must be really flippin' nice, bucko. Also, again, there should be some kind of watch list to keep this guy away from literally anyone under the age of 18 for the rest of his fucking life. It is insane to me that he is moving these people in with him, that he has moved these people in with him. That's criminal. It is actually fucking criminal. This guy deserves to be on a watch list for the rest of his life. This is insane. And especially when this is the way that he's speaking to these individuals. You know what I mean? When this is the way that he is speaking to the victims, essentially. It's insane. It's criminal. It is actually criminal that this is a free person. This person is not in prison for the rest of his natural born life. It's crazy to me. It is crazy. And by natural born life, I mean the 2 months he has left until his heart gives out.
Cozy in your college dorm, living a pretty happy life, all things considered, after you throw another child to a predator and keep talking to him because I guess you just really like that 2-inch erect dick.
Dude, literally,
Get fucked. Get eradicated. Get genocided. I don't care.
This is insane, dude. Like, I cannot believe that anybody took this guy seriously. I can't believe it. I can't believe that anybody thought this was like acceptable or appropriate behavior. This is crazy. This is how you're going to talk to somebody who's the victim of grooming. You just couldn't resist that 2-inch dick, could you? You fucking whore. You say to the groomed, manipulated 17-year-old as a 40-year-old man. That's fucking insane, dude. Fucking draw and quarter her. Help.
This is one of the points that is truly devastating, and that unfortunately was brought up multiple times outside of this call. That he thinks that I've gotten over my abuser when I haven't, and uses Jordan's grooming to diminish mine. You can't get over your abuser that quickly. It has impacted me and still impacts me every day. The fact that someone who claims to care for victims is able to so arrogantly assume that this isn't hurting me just because I've moved into a dorm by myself, even though it is very disgusting. It felt like any time I needed to talk about my abuser or anything along those lines, I was mocked. It was reduced to a joke when I needed to talk about it, to process it. What I was trying to say here was that the Coyote Lovely situation made me realize I needed to come clean about my actions rather than hide it until it inevitably is discovered.
This is disgusting.
I do have one question. Are you still in contact with Vita by chance?
No.
I can't believe you.
Yeah.
Malcolm has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Just stopping by to throw suma support awards my favorita puachar jetam.
Oh, thank you very much, Jetler. I appreciate it greatly. Everybody witness. Love you long time.
Knew better.
No reason to believe me. I understand.
Correct.
You lied to my face. Tell me, what's the one rule I have with everybody?
Don't lie.
There you do it. Trampling over literally everybody's work. So while Sarah was working on that video to expose Vita further, you were talking to him and getting all sorts of validation. How many times did you guys ERP after that? I'm curious. Tell me. How many more voice messages did he send you talking about how he wants to lick your body? Tell me. I want to know. You're over 18 now. It shouldn't be a problem. Come on.
Okay, this was when she was still a minor, so can you not ask those questions?
She's 18 now, and that's
she's
18 now, and that's
18.
why I'm so doggone pissed.
Oh, and Peaches is the voice of reason here. Insane. Yeah, dude, I actually think that it's incredibly, like, fucking disgusting. Actually fucking disgusting. That it's like, you find it acceptable to talk to this person this way because they're 18. It's like, this is somebody who is a victim that you were trying to help. And this is what we're doing. That's actually fucking cuckoo bananas to me, bro. That's actually fucking insane. That's actually fucking insane. Crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. Hang on one second. I have one thing to do really quick. Okay, sorry. Hold on.
18 now. Can you not ask those questions, please?
Lastly, I had my reasons for wanting to keep all of this private. One being due to
obviously.
fear of backlash from Lio and Senate, another being wanting to avoid stress and focus on my studies, and the main one is that I honestly wanted and have been trying to move on from everything that occurred in and before Senate. I'm not proud of my actions during that time, and I'm also not happy with the amount of things I let slide due to my distaste for conflict or how I was treated. Another thing is that while I appreciate any apologies that I've been receiving now, it's hard for me to accept them since they don't feel genuine considering so much time has passed since these events. Time which all these people could have used and some people have used to apologize to me previously. Not just for this call, but for the overall treatment I received while in Senate. I do think aspects of Senate and those in it helped, and I'm grateful for that and for the times in which I was offered comfort. That does not excuse or make up for the ways that I was repeatedly mistreated in that server.
Terrible, bro. Absolutely insane behavior. I truthfully, like, There's like no words. Like this was like the internet's premier pedophile hunter now. Right? Like this was the internet's premier pedophile hunter, and this is how this guy was talking to people. And this was like public at the time, right? Like this wasn't behind like closed doors. I think it's actually insane. I think this guy deserves worse than anything that's coming his way, honestly. I think this guy deserves like pure torture for the rest of his life. Like this guy fucking blows. This guy fucking sucks. This guy is like genuinely a danger to everyone around him. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I just couldn't imagine like having somebody who comes to you for help, like being groomed or, you know, targeted on the internet by like creeps and fucking pedos and shit. And this is how you talk to them. I literally could not imagine. That's like the most insane shit. Like, it's nuts. It's unbelievable. Like, fuck this guy into the dirt. This guy deserves every bad thing that's ever happened to him and more. Like, unbelievable. Like, fuck this guy. And fuck anybody who defends this guy. This guy belongs in prison. Like, unironically, fuck this guy, dude. Insane. Insane, you guys. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I literally cannot believe it. It's nuts. He is shockingly evil. Extremely wicked. Shockingly evil. Vile. Also, guys, just for the record, I'm really close to 8K subs on YouTube, so if you're not already subscribed, subscribe. It makes me happy, okay? It sparks joy. It sparks joy. If anybody is a whiz, I'm posting in the stream chat right now. I'm hoping for the internet tough guy Wojak, but as Lyle Convoy. If anybody has the artistic talents to quickly draw me the internet tough guy Wojak as Lyle Convoy, that would be so helpful, you guys. That would make me so happy. You have no idea how happy that would make me. I literally can't fucking believe it, dude. I can't fucking believe it. I can't believe it. That's like, everybody was like, this is worse than the Rosa Call. This is worse than the Rosa Call. This is worse than the Rosa Call. I think this is up there for me. This is pretty comparable to the Rosa Call in the sense where it's like, this is somebody that came to Lyle Convoy for help, like getting molested and shit and groomed and everything. And this is how he talks to them. That's crazy. Look at my pedophile hunter dog. I'm surely getting raped forever. That's crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. Also, thank you, Uncle Wilson. I appreciate it greatly. All right, guys, I need to go and rest. I must rest. But guess what, you guys? Guess what, you guys? Guess what? We're going to have girl time tomorrow. We're going to have girl time tomorrow. Saturdays are for the boys, okay? Saturdays are for the boys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brothers. We're going to have girl time tomorrow. Let's go. Yeah, we need new Cenobites for this. I completely agree. We need to get the puzzle box to him immediately. I completely agree. All right, guys, guess what? Guess what? I love you lots, but I gotta go. I gots to go. I have to go and rest. I feel like shit. I feel fucking terrible. I feel fucking terrible. But we're gonna have more girl time tomorrow, guys. We're gonna have more girl time tomorrow. I'm gonna go and rest my tired soul. And I'll be back tomorrow. So you guys think about what you want to do tomorrow. We have a blank slate. We have a blank slate. The only thing left on my to-do list is the Ichabod call. That's the only thing left on my to-do list. We've cranked through everything that we needed to crank
Malcolm
through.
has all the IQ of a baked potato, so no, I don't think so.
Moneifo Pudmets.
Thank you very much for the 5. I appreciate it greatly. Everybody witness, please. I really appreciate it, guys. You guys have been very generous this afternoon. So you guys think about what you want to do. Feel free to jump in the Discord, discord.gg/malbooboo. Okay, there it is. There she is. There she is. The only thing left on my to-do list is the Ichabod call. Other than that, it's an open book. It's whatever you guys want to do, okay? So feel free to utilize the stream topic suggestions channel in Discord, and you guys can drop shit that you want to watch, and we'll democratically lobby tomorrow to find something fun to do together other than the Ichabod call, because that won't be fun. But nonetheless, I'm sending you guys over to the evil Zionist lesbian Boomer Sai. I will see you guys tomorrow. I really appreciate you spending time with me in my sickness and my woes. You guys have been very generous this afternoon, and I deeply, deeply appreciate it. I love you guys a lot, and I will see you guys hasta mañana, okay? Hug, hug, kiss, kiss, XOXO, Gossip Girl.